Well.
World-class veteran video game critic Michael Does Life. Oh, Michael.
Alrighty, folks, here we are, 17 days away until Starfield, and the conversation has yet to change. No one cares about this game. That is my opinion, and I don't think I'm alone in that opinion. For a game that's 25 years in the making, they have very little to show for. We are 17 days away until Starfield releases. We got a brand new update today on the lore of Starfield with no new content surrounding that in a way that makes sense. And as of this recording, the only gameplay that we have, uninterrupted gameplay that we have, is about 40-something seconds long. Again, for a game that's 25 years in the making, you would think there would be a much bigger push. 17 days away until this thing launches, but right now, as of this broadcast, there is not. I don't care about this game anymore, nor should you, but you do anyway, and you've already put your money into it, so let's discuss. And I'm going to tell you right here, right now, I pre-ordered a game today, and it isn't Starfield, so guess what game that is? I pre-ordered a game today, and it isn't Starfield. Guess which game that is? I don't pre-order games, but I said fuck it. In spite of Starfield and Bethesda and the stupid shills, I went out and I said, well, I'm going to pre-order this game instead of Starfield. So I just pre-ordered a game today. It grants us early access. Yeah, we're going to be playing that instead. We did get an update on Starfield today. It's about the lore. So a bunch of text. That's all we got. They have still nothing to show for. The dev Q&A is coming in the next couple of days, and we'll see what that entails. But right now, it is still at a standstill, which isn't a surprise. We've been out here for weeks talking about this game. No one cares. The conversation never continues to go forward in a way that makes sense because Bethesda doesn't push this game. Xbox doesn't push this game. Whoever's in charge. And quite frankly, it's sad because if this game is fantastic, well, no one's going to care about it until the shield campaign gears up, which that might be happening soon. So we'll see. But we are 17 days away until Starfield, and you know, all we have right now is a text update on the lore of the game. No new screenshots, no new teasers, no new trailers, no new gameplay snippets, nothing. 25 years in the making, comes out in 17 days. Tell me how that makes sense. It doesn't. Just mathematically, it doesn't even make sense. But no one cares, and that just proves my point. No one cares about this game. I see all of these Starfield channels, they put out the same video every other day because they have nothing to show for it. It's so sad.
The real Michael Myers super chatted $19.99. Pop in that cherry. The lazy millennial devs are too busy going Much love, Mackle. This stream gets me through harder times in my life. Appreciate you bringing us elite entertainment. Rock on, gesture.
Yeah. Well, we try. But there's nothing to talk about. That's why I haven't been live for the past 2 days, because there's literally nothing to talk about. So I'm not going to sit out here and talk about nothing. If Xbox doesn't want to show off their game, that's fine. The game's going to leak anyway, so... You know, if Bethesda wants to play their cards close to them, that's fine. They can do that. But the game's going to leak regardless. So, you know, if they're trying to control the narrative all the way up until release, well, they only have a certain window to do that because the game has physical copies. Those physical copies are going to leak. They always do. And as such, there will be gameplay of Starfield before. More than likely, Bethesda wants to show it off. So that's just going to have to be the way the cookie crumbles with this thing. You know, I don't know what to tell people. I don't know what to tell people. So it's a sad situation. I have zero desire to care about this game anymore. I played Fallout 4. It was absolute garbage. One of the worst games I played. Has aged like fucking milk. The animations are worse than anything I've ever seen in a video game before. For a game that came out in 2014, 2015, terrible animations, abysmal. And it's just, I just don't care about this game anymore. I mean, I just don't care. They've given me no reason to care. You know, I'm not going to believe in some fantasy that this game's going to be fucking amazing. Believe in this hype that doesn't even exist outside of the Bethesda bubble. I just don't care anymore. When the game is ready to be played, I'll play it. If it's great, fantastic. If it's trash, moving on to the next. I mean, it's as simple as that. I just don't care. There's no hype for this game. There's nothing. Zero hype. I don't care what 5,000 stupid idiots on the internet think. You know, they came from the Bethesda community. Of course they're going to hype it. They've already pre-ordered it. Of course they're going to hype it. That's not what I'm talking about. The casual Skyrim fan doesn't give two shits about this game because Bethesda didn't give them a reason to. You're not understanding, and you won't ever understand it, so just go watch someone else. I'm tired of coming out here and talking about this game when there's nothing to talk about. I'm not going to sit out here and talk about the lore. I couldn't care less about the stupid generic space story in this game. But how you have to save humanity or some shit, or faction with this faction, or whatever the fuck. None of that's interesting. You know, throw me in. The stories in these Bethesda games are trash. Look at the story for Fallout 4. Your wife gets shot in the face and you got to get revenge. Like, that is so fucking cringe. Holy shit. Who plays these trash-ass games? Couldn't be me. So I pre-ordered a game today that isn't Starfield. And in order to play it as early as possible, we had to spend $100 on it, so hopefully you guys will tune into that if we can get the download finished in time. But I pre-ordered a game today that, well, they had more to show for. They had more to show for than Starfield, so, you know, I already knew what I was getting when I pre-ordered it. Starfield's a big question mark, and they're riding off the coattails of the success of Skyrim to sell you this game, and quite frankly, I think that's a tad disgusting. It's a brand new IP, 25 years in the making. They have nothing to show for. They're riding off of the success, the coattails of Skyrim, and that isn't, in my opinion, going to do enough to push this one hard. So the sales for this one will be abysmal unless this score is very high on Metacritic and word of mouth gets around that it's fantastic. The sales for this game are going to be terrible because it's locked to one ecosystem. It's locked to PC and Xbox. That's it. And the millions of people that have PlayStation cannot experience this in any capacity on the PlayStation brand. So the sales for this one are going to be trash. I mean, it'll sell millions. It's Bethesda, and they're riding off of that name alone. You know, they're not selling you the game; they're selling you the brand. They're selling you Bethesda. They're selling you Todd Howard. They're not selling you on this game. Oh, but Michael, we had a 45-minute direct. What more do you want? That was 2 months ago. We only got 45 seconds of uninterrupted gameplay in that fucking whole thing. How can you guys be pre-ordering this game? How can you guys be pre-ordering this game? I don't understand. I don't get it. I'm just tired of talking about this game. Either it comes out and it's a disaster, or it's great and everyone likes it for about a week or two and then they move on. I don't know. There's no hype. I just don't care anymore about this game. I really just don't care anymore. You know, I've tried to give Bethesda a chance. I tried to give Xbox a chance, and they have nothing to show for. 17 days away until release, so whatever. I put my money elsewhere. I said, well, you know, if they're not going to show off their game 17 days until release, then I'll just pre-order a different game that will. You know, I already know what I'm getting. So I don't understand why you would pre-order something that, you know, the game was supposed to be out last November. We're 17 days away until release. They have nothing to show for outside of a lore update. Like, hey, here's some lore updates, you know? Like, no one cares. The hardcore community is the only one that cares about shit like that. They already know what the story is. They already mapped out the whole fucking map. Okay, so why would you share that information? You have to market this game. I could literally do a better job at marketing this game. In fact, I am doing a better job. Who else is talking about this right now? Very few people. And if they are, they're just regurgitating the same thing that they've been talking about for literally weeks on end. Yeah, we got a new update today. Is that marketing? Well, technically, sure.
It's over!
But it isn't convincing anyone on the fence.
Snurf super chatted $10. Everyone and their mothers are waiting for this game. Starfield is giddy. Sony fans paying everyone to not allow Starfield marketing and to trash the game. Starfield won.
I don't even care. I literally don't care. I don't care if it wins or loses. I just don't care about this game. Sorry, I played Fallout 4. That game's trash. That was their last output. If you mean to tell me that that's all they need to show for Fallout 4, and that's going to be the big fucking... No. Fallout 4 is garbage. That is a game that is so bad. Terrible. Fallout 4 is trash. It's not even about Fallout 76. It's about Fallout 4. Fallout 4 is a bad game. So if you want that glory Skyrim 2011 Bethesda to come back, well, I sincerely doubt that's going to be a possibility. So, yeah, I don't care about this game. No one else cares about it. It's all fabricated hype from a bunch of like clowns on the internet. It really is. There's no hype surrounding this game. I can go ask anyone in real life if they've ever heard of Starfield, and they're not going to know what the fuck it is. I can ask them about GTA 6, and they might know what that is. Or Fortnite, Call of Duty. You know, you can't... I'm just not going to discuss it anymore. I mean, there's just nothing to talk about. We go through these weeks over and over and over again. There's nothing new to talk about. I played Fallout 4 recently. It's absolute garbage. Why would I be hyped for this game? It's going to have the same animations as that. It's running on the same engine, slightly modified. How can I have hope for a game that they won't even show me what it is? Okay, you can customize your character. You can customize your ship. There's factions. We have 4 major cities. Okay, we've known about that shit for a long time, since the last Direct in 2022. Go watch the first Direct and then go watch the latest Direct, and they're basically the same thing. It's just this one's more padded out with talking head segments. You eliminate all the talking head segments, which we've already done.
It's over!
Well, it's a sad situation. Baldur's Gate 3 is better. Baldur's Gate 3 respects the gamer's intelligence.
Super chatted $4.99. Just pre-ordered Baldur's Gate 3 on PS5.
Yeah, well, it's the highest pre-ordered game. Yeah.
Doing things Bethesda never could.
Oh hell no, Bethesda. I mean, Bethesda. Starfield's like a fucking McDonald's compared to a steak. You know, that's Baldur's Gate 3 compared to Starfield. Starfield is like McDonald's, and Baldur's Gate 3 is like a steak. You know, you got layers to it. Starfield is casual slop compared to Baldur's Gate 3. That's a real fucking game. It respects the gamer's intelligence. It doesn't fucking... You know what I mean? And, you know, of course, there's contrarians, especially in here. There's tons of contrarians that say Baldur's Gate 3 is trash. The reason why I stopped playing is because we can't... It's just not working. So I would have continued to play it. I would have liked to have continued to play it, but the chat's either totally against the game or off topic, so I'm not entertaining that. So we bought a brand new game today. We bought a brand new game today. We're going to be playing it later tonight. It's that simple. And this game has had more gameplay than Starfield. So.
It's over!
Snurf super chatted $10. How was Stalker?
Well, actually, really way better than Fallout 4. Yeah, I played a little bit of Stalker last night off the air, just to see if it would run and all that. I didn't know the game came out in 2008. I thought it was a lot older than that. I thought it was like a 2002 game. But, yeah, a lot more in-depth than Fallout 4 from what I mean, I only played it for like 30 minutes. I died real quick just to see what it was all... I've never played Stalker. I don't know what that game is. So I jumped in, and it's like this RPG, and apparently NPCs have schedules and stuff. You can make choices. I don't know. I mean... It's unbelievable. Favorite kind of Dr. Pepper? I don't know. I literally played Stalker last night. Just because I didn't share it doesn't mean I didn't play it. Now, granted, I didn't play it for long. I just wanted to see the mechanics and what it was all about. And you got to sneak around, and there's an open world. I thought the game was linear. I thought the game was from like 1998 or something. I didn't know it was that new. 2008, that's pretty fucking new. I thought the game was a lot older than that. I mean, the graphics aren't really that good, but, you know, we don't need great graphics. As long as there's depth to it and stuff like that, so I don't know. You know, after playing Fallout 4, it's like, why even care? Fallout 4 is trash. I have no hype for this game. They don't want to show the game? Okay, well. Either the shills are going to have to convince me that this game is the best thing since sliced bread, or the leaks are going to have, we're just going to have to wait for the leaks and judge it ourselves. Because who knows when the shills are going to be able to talk about this game. I have no hype for this game, bro. You know what I pre-ordered? You know what I pre-ordered? You won't believe it. We're playing it tonight. You know what I pre-ordered? I could have pre-ordered Starfield, but there's no point in that. You know what I pre-ordered? It's a brand new game. There's 2 big games coming out this week, and we pre-ordered one of them. We pre-ordered one of them, and they had more to show for than Starfield leading up to the release, so. They had more to show for than Bethesda and Xbox. This is abysmal. I'm sorry. Cyberpunk had more to show for. They had more gameplay to show for. You can't defend this. Simple as. You can't. You just can't, guys. I'm sorry. It's just, we're 17 days out. I don't care how you want to think Bethesda does it. Yeah, that's their way. Blah, blah, blah. Play Fallout 4 and tell me that holds up to 2015 standards, whenever the game came out. Like, it just doesn't. The animations are abysmal. It's on the same engine as Starfield. Slight modifications, supposedly. The combat's going to be better in Starfield, as you would expect. It's just bad, you know. I mean, after playing Baldur's Gate 3, it's like, wow, your choices actually impact the story. You can, you know, do whatever you want. There's variation in cutscenes. I mean, I don't get it. You know, you got a game like Baldur's Gate 3 that comes out, and hopefully Baldur's Gate 3 outperforms this shit. Please.
$20. Stalker is the hardcore Fallouty game. It's cool because it's the only game with a real market with inflation that comes from certain things you do in the world.
Really?
Stalker 2.
Yeah, I have. Well, I don't know about that. I don't know about. Let's not have faith in these modern games. They're trash. Okay, you can't. Just play these old games for now, and then if the new games come out and they're great, play them. But let's not start hyping up Stalker 2, because it ain't going to be the same. I already know how these modern-day games work on these shitty-ass engines. It's on you can't make good games on these modern engines anymore. It's just trash. Like, I don't know what it is with these modern engines, but, you know, they're just trash games. So, yeah, let's not talk about Stalker 2. I mean, that game... Well, actually, they're going to have more gameplay of Stalker 2 than they will of Starfield before this fucking thing comes out. So it's a total shit show. I have no interest in this game, but what I will tell you is that I pre-ordered Madden 24. I pre-ordered Madden 24. And not just the standard edition, the deluxe edition. I pre-ordered Madden 24. So we're playing that tonight. Early access, Madden 24, that's what we pre-ordered. We pre-ordered Madden 24. We pre-ordered Madden 24. I mean, I talked to the devs at EA, talked to the creative director at Madden, and incredible people. Never forget it. And I don't know, they showed the game off. I know what I'm getting. It's not a big question mark. So in my opinion, it makes sense. They showed their game off. They didn't...
It's over!
The real Michael Myers super chatted $9.99. I bet you pre-ordered Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
No, the reviews...
Even though it's on Game Pass, I had to pre-order the hard copy for my collection.
The reviews are out for that, and, well, you can look them up for yourself, but it's about what I expected. The reviews are out for the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And, well, yeah.
It's over!
But we'll still play that more than likely, too.
Snurf super chatted $10. Texas Chainsaw has to show off a lot of gameplay since they are a small studio and 99% of consumers.
Well, I didn't
don't
pre-order
even
that.
know
I
it
didn't pre-order
exists.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Bethesda is a bigger name than Sony.
I pre-ordered Madden. I didn't pre-order Texas Chainsaw. I pre-ordered Madden. I didn't pre-order Texas Chainsaw. Why would I pre-order a game that's on Game Pass? Come on, dude. Why would I pre-order a game that's on Game Pass? The only reason people are pre-ordering this is because they're going to get early access and they can't wait any longer. These hardcore Bethesda shields. That's the only reason. If they didn't have this early access thing, the pre-orders would be abysmal. Because there's no marketing for this game. There's not. I don't care what you say. You can call in and tell me I'm wrong. Great. I'm glad to be wrong. I don't care. I can tell you firsthand that there ain't no marketing for this game. I mean, there's only 200 people in here. Same as always. No one gives a shit about this game. Like, this is not another Cyberpunk, because no one gives a shit about it. See, the difference is with Cyberpunk is that people cared. And that's because CD Projekt Red, well, they put it out there and they said, believe in our game. People did. So, and, you know, quite frankly, CD Projekt Red had more to show
It's
for it.
over!
So they literally had more gameplay.
Nightwing super chatted
This is trash.
$4.99. You think Phil Spencer will make an apology video and play the ukulele if Starfield flops? Baldur's Gate 3 might just steal Gutty out of nowhere.
I hope it does. I hope it does on the principle alone. I really do. I hope Baldur's Gate 3 wins Game of the Year. I really do. Fuck Zelda, fuck fucking Starfield. It's all the same slop. Baldur's Gate 3, just for this alone, Baldur's Gate 3 respects the gamer's intelligence. I don't feel like a dumbass when I'm playing the game, even though I don't know what I'm doing. Because it's not all bullshit. It's not just like, hey, pick a dialogue option and then nothing comes about. From my experience, it's like, wow, you know, this character can get left behind, this character can get eliminated, so on and so forth. And there's tons of complexity to it, so I don't know. I think Baldur's Gate 3 on the principle alone should win Game of the Year, but it won't. It won't because it's not super popular. It's not a casual game. It's not a casual game. Now, luckily, it is entering the casual market slightly, and I'm talking ever so slightly. And it's great that it's coming to PS5 and not Xbox on the same day as Starfield, because it is going to give something. It is going to give something for people to play on PlayStation, because they're not going to be able to play this. Not that you really want to. I mean, I don't. Name one feature here that's different than any other space game. You got Outer Wilds. You got No Man's Sky, you got Elite Dangerous, you got Mass Effect, you got all these space games. What does this game do differently? Nothing. Why would I play it? Story looks uninteresting. You got these stupid characters that look so... like, it just... who cares? Sorry. They don't want to show the game off because, you know, they want to ride off the coattails of the success of Skyrim and they just sell the game that way. It's like, well, that's a terrible way to do it, but whatever. Yeah, the game will sell
It's
millions.
over.
I don't know what to tell you.
Snurf super chatted $10. Michael is the ultimate troll. We love Michael. We love Starfield.
Troll,
Everyone
you
knows
believe
what
what you want.
the
I
game
don't
is
care.
about. It's Bethesda. They are all the same with amazing atmospheres and crazy open worlds. Taddy 1.
Yeah, but I just talked about this game 2 or 3 months ago and you guys were fucking playing contrarian, like, oh, this game's going to be a buggy mess, Todd Howard's a liar, this, that, and the third. Now you got this fucking hype bubble that's building and building and building, and everyone's just forgetting about Fallout 76. They're forgetting, oh, that's not the main studio. Well, that's what I said 2 months ago. No one listened, so fuck off. I don't want to team up with these stupid shills. Fuck off and play your Starfield. I'll play it, but I'm not excited for it. I have no reason to be excited for it. Bethesda hasn't given me a reason to care about this game, so I'm not. I put my money in Madden. I said, fuck off. I remember talking to those developers. I talked to everyone at Madden. I mean, at EA. Literally everyone. Super fucking great people. I'll never forget that. I talked to the Battlefield 1 guys. I talked to the fucking Need for Speed guys. They said get close to the car and take as many pictures as you want. You know, I mean, it's just, I talked to the FIFA guy, fantastic dude. Talked to the creative director at Madden. Talked to the NBA Live guys. Unbelievable people. Incredible people. I'll never forget that. They gave me the fucking time of day. They rolled the red carpet out. They were willing to talk about the game. They were very fucking nice people. And I said, well, fuck it. Going forward, we have to look at these games differently now. It was as simple as that. So, and Madden has shown off more gameplay, and so we're playing Madden tonight. We're playing Madden tonight. I'm not joking. I mean, it's currently downloading. If it finishes in time, we'll play Madden tonight and see the improvements. Might have to buy the new FIFA as well. Fuck it. So when you guys are ready to have a conversation about Starfield, let me know and we'll start the conversation up. But until then, you can believe in what you want. I'll believe in what I want, and we won't see eye to eye. That's fine. That's fair. I don't care. I don't know what to tell you. I am done talking about this game. I hate talking about this game. I don't like talking about this game because there's nothing new to talk about. You want to talk about lore? No one cares about the story in this game. I don't give a shit about the story. I really don't care about the characters. They're going to have to give me a reason to care in the first 10 minutes. That intro's got to be really solid. And it's going to be the same intro as every other Bethesda game, bro. The last good Bethesda game was Oblivion. End of story. And even that, apparently, according to the hardcore, and I mean the hardcore Bethesda fans, that was dumbed down for the casuals because they wanted they wanted to enter a new market. Skyrim's trash. Oblivion was the peak because the game technology hasn't really evolved. You play Oblivion and you play Fallout 4 and it's basically the same fucking game, and it's like, well, we've gone through so many years of advancements in technology and you would expect some of those animations to be better, but it isn't. Everything is just as bad. Like, their games just don't improve on the technical level, and they have all this money, and it's like, well, what are we doing with this? We're not putting it into marketing, clearly. So I don't know what's going on.
It's over.
The real Michael Myers super chatted $9.99. Bethesda is claiming Starfield will give the fewest bugs day one than any game.
Yeah, well, that's. If you believe that, then you're an idiot. How does that even make sense? Let's logically figure this out. How does that even make sense? That literally does not make sense. You can't even you can't even debug the game, really. Unless you develop a fucking supercomputer that can go through the game at rapid pace. There's literally no way to debug the game. Because if you're hiring at least 100 people to QA the game, that ain't working out. That's a pointless endeavor. Because you're shipping the game to millions. Millions of people playing it versus 100 or so people playing it, very different experience. So to sit there and say that the game is going to be the least buggy is just, there's no way to even measure that. That's a load of poppycock is what that's marketing. And it's going to backfire too. But, Bethesda does get the pass on the bugs. I mean, look at Fallout New Vegas. Fallout New Vegas is from Obsidian. That game was a fucking abysmal. I mean, I think on PS3 the game is still broken. So if you guys have Fallout New Vegas on PS3, boot it up and see how far you can get before the game actually breaks. I don't think they've ever fixed it. And everyone said, well, it's just a great game. It's amazing. They got these nostalgia boomers that are like 22 years old. And they're like, we romanticize about... And it's like, no, how can you have nostalgia? You're like, not even old. I don't understand people in here. Whatever, dude. So I pre-ordered Madden. We'll be playing that tonight. But Baldur's Gate 3 is... That's the only game that really people should be playing at this point. I'm not even joking. Because it respects the gamer's intelligence. And there's many games that just don't do that, so... I'm not going to play a game where you make choices and then they don't actually matter. I'm shutting that off. Fuck that bullshit. You know, Cyberpunk had that problem. I'm sure this game's going to have that problem. If you're expecting Fallout New Vegas type shit in this game, shut it off. Don't even buy it. Cancel the pre-order. Because you ain't getting that. You ain't getting that. They can't make games like that anymore. Literally. I mean, here's the thing. Fallout New Vegas was made in 18 months, so we got to cut them some slack on that. Fallout New Vegas was made in 18 months. And, you know, I didn't play it at launch. I don't know how it ran at launch. It might have ran like total trash. But it was made in 18 months. They were able to put that together in 18 months. This is 25 years in the making. Now, obviously, this game wasn't developed for 25 years, but that is the tagline from, I guess, idea to the real production in, you know, whatever, 2016 or whenever the fuck they started this for real. But nonetheless, 25 years in the making. They have nothing to show for 17 days until release. And you got these Xbox fanboys. I don't even know if they're Xbox. I think they're Bethesda fanboys. I didn't know. I thought this was a lot more neutral on the internet with Bethesda, but apparently it's not. Now we're in shill mode, and everyone's shilling this game. And you know, I was thinking about playing contrarian on top of what we've said already, because there's no point. I mean, I can continue to drill this in people's skulls, but they won't listen. So whatever. I might as well just start shilling it like everyone else and saying, "Oh, you know, what is there to not just give them your money? Who cares?" Because you guys don't care. I mean, you guys are pre-order. You guys are buying fucking. You know that's just. You guys are buying controllers, headsets. You have $300 invested into this game. They have 47 seconds of gameplay, buddy. Okay. Like, I'm not gonna have that conversation with people if you're just that dumb. Like Madden showed off more gameplay. That's why I pre-ordered it. Now, granted, Madden's is the same game every year, but so is this. This isn't going to be different than Fallout 4. If you think it's going to be different, you're an idiot. It's not going to be different than Fallout 4. It's going to be the same fucking garbage. Fallout 4 is abysmal. It's got fake choices. It's junk. Animations are from fucking 2002. Creation engine is total garbage. These games are garbage. I'm sorry. Stalker's better than this shit. Dude, I played Stalker last night. I'm like, damn, this has better animations, and it's from 2008. It's got better animations than Fallout 4. Like, the NPCs were around the campfire, and they got up, and it looked legit. And I'm like, damn, this is from 2008, and it's got better animations than Fallout 4. Yikes. I can't shill Bethesda much, and I understand, you know, Fallout 4 is a few years old, but if you think something's drastically changed since then, you're out of your gourd. Because unfortunately, that's not the case. And you can watch the gameplay that is out there. And you'll see the NPCs just roam around. They do nothing. So, you know, if you guys want to play games like that, that's fine with me. I don't care. So we'll open up the lines here shortly. But there's nothing new to talk about. So if you're just going to chill, then chill. I don't know what to tell you. But I pre-ordered Madden. And we'll be playing that tonight if the download finishes. And the animations in Madden are going to be better than Starfield, I'll tell you that. So, and they're on a 1-year dev cycle, so yeah. I'm done with Bethesda, bro. I'm just done. After playing Fallout 4 and, you know, seeing the shit show that was, it's like, wow, this is not a game from 2002. It's from 2015, and it's garbage. And they're riding off the coattails of the success of Skyrim. Like, you know, well, that isn't going to sell your game because no one gives a shit about this game. Like, space, first of all, there's a barrier there. Not everyone's into this sci-fi shit. Okay, say what you want. More people are into fantasy shit. That's why they make more of them. So, first of all, they got the space sci-fi barrier. Second of all, they're not showing off the game at all. Okay, it's been 2 months since we've seen the whole fucking glorified talking head showpiece. And there's uninterrupted gameplay. There's about 47 seconds of it. So, I mean, you can go look through the direct if you don't believe me. And people will call in and say, well, you know, we don't need gameplay. Shut up. Just be patient. We don't need... Okay, then I guess every publisher should just stop showing gameplay. Every publisher should just stop showing gameplay because you guys don't need gameplay anymore. You're ready to consume. Why would you consume a game that's on Game Pass? Again, the only reason why people have pre-ordered it is because of the early access. That's it. That's it. If they were to take that early access out, no one would have pre-ordered this game. That's the only incentive anymore, is the early access. So you can play it as soon as possible. Yeah, they don't want to show you the game, but they want to say, well, please pre-order. And it's like, well, can you show off the game? Can you make new trailers? Can you do some sizzle reels at least? I mean, nothing? Oh, Bachel, this 17 days. Guys, the game is leaking by maybe this weekend, if not early next week. The game's leaking. So Bethesda doesn't want to show it off. That's fine. The game's leaking. It's got physical copies that don't require online. The game's fucking leaking. So if Bethesda doesn't want to show off anything, that's fine. We'll wait for the leaks. And if the game looks great, I'll change my tune and pre-order it. It's that simple. I have no reason to pre-order it right now. There's no reason to jump right now and say click pre-order. Now, if Bethesda gave me a reason, I would change my tune, but they would have to really, confidently say this is why you should care about this game, and they don't care about it. So if they don't care, then I don't care. It's that simple,
It's over.
You can't just sell me off of the success of Skyrim from fucking 15 years ago. No one cares. That's
Triadic Bus super chatted $5.
totally different, probably Bethesda.
Starfield will be gutty. We don't need
Baldur's Gate 3 is better. Baldur's Gate, I don't care. Then don't buy it. Don't buy it, and then you got stupid idiots in here saying, oh, Baldur's Gate 3 didn't advertise. There was a demo for 3 years, dude. There was you could play the actual game for 3 years.
Men holding hands, 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 men holding hands. Men holding hands, 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 men holding hands.
Baldur's Gate 3 had a demo for like 3 years beforehand, bro. So you could sit there and argue, yeah, they didn't market, but that's a hardcore game. Baldur's Gate 3 is not a casual. No one who plays Madden is playing Baldur's Gate 3. Period. End of story. It just isn't happening. I mean, I'm the exception. But you're not understanding. Starfield is like Madden, whereas Baldur's Gate 3 is like hardcore. I don't know how to explain it. But, it respects your time. It respects your intelligence. Baldur's Gate 3 is Game of the Year. I'm not even a fan of the combat. I wish it had. I wish it had. I wish it had real-time combat, but it doesn't. But I don't need real-time combat to recognize greatness. Arthur Morgan coming through. No land vehicles is a big L. Mass Effect did it in 2007. They force you to travel the dead, empty planets on foot or a damn ghetto jetpack. It's over. Well, we don't even know if you can. There's too many question marks to pre-order this game, period, end of story. I'm done talking about it. You can't talk about vaporware because that's what this is. Right now, anyway, that's what it fucking feels like. I mean, obviously the game is coming out in 17 days, no doubt about it, and reviews will come out and previews will as well. No doubt about it. But at the end of the day, let's not sit out here and pretend like we know everything about this game because they haven't said. And all of it's pretty much speculation. So, unless they said it strictly in that direct and, it's just a pointless conversation. Pre-order the game, consume, and enjoy. I don't care. Do what you want to do. You've already made your decision. That's fine. I've already made my decision and I pre-ordered Madden 24 for $100. Okay? And we're playing it tonight. We're getting early access. We're not waiting until Friday. We're going to see what EA has done with Madden. Apparently there's a new animation system. It's going to be a lot better than Starfield. Plus, Madden has like 30,000 NPCs on the screen at once. No one talks about that. I'm not joking. I've already compared Elden Ring to Madden and no one understood it. And it's like, well, I don't know what there is to not understand. But okay, buddy.
It's over.
Nightwing super chatted $4.99. Have you seen how these lazy devs have been acting, seeing BG3's success, whining and basically saying they can't compete and can't make good games? So sad.
Well, they should go... Yeah, I'm not... If they're on Twitter, they're not real devs. It's as simple as that. If, you know... No. No. Real developers are not on Twitter. It's as simple as that. If they're busy tweeting, they're not busy working on the game. They're, you know, don't buy their game because they want to argue about shit. They're losers. So 17 days away until launch. Everyone in here is going to shill it, and I've seen the shilling nonstop. And you know, the game's going to leak pretty soon here. So within the next week or so, I'm assuming the game is going to be out there in the wild. And I've already said, look, if you're into Starfield, it's time to get off the internet now. You shouldn't need it, you know. All you need to know is it comes out in 17 days. You already have it pre-ordered. Why would you care about impressions? Why would you care about what other people think? Why would you care about what other people feel about the game? You don't need more. If you're an actual fan of this game, you need to get off the internet right now and wait until 17 days rolls around and then press launch on your Xbox and play it. It's not that hard. Literally do that, and I'm going to guarantee you, if you go in without knowing what other people think about it, you're going to have very different expectations. Let your brain formulate their own expectations as opposed to letting someone else think for you. Please do that, and I'm going to tell you what, you're going to have an epiphany. But you can't do that because we're not wired to do that anymore. We have to get validation from others because we don't want to feel alone in this world. So that's really the reality of it. All right, we're going to be opening up the lines, 818-824-4937. And we have the Q&A coming up in 2 days from now. So maybe there's going to be a new trailer tomorrow. Fuck if I know. But right now, it's just... Well, the marketing is cringe. Let's say that. Whatever marketing there is marketing. It's not out there, but it's just cringe. We got 47 seconds of gameplay in total without cuts. Garbage. But if you want to pre-order it, pre-order. I don't care. I already pre-ordered Madden. They've shown gameplay of the game. They didn't disrespect my intelligence. They showed me the new... They literally Madden weeks ago made trailers and said, these are the new improvements. This is what we're doing to the game. You don't have to believe it, but they've shown it. They've shown it. When you don't show off your game, I just don't care. Why would I care? Makes no sense. Lines are open, 818-824-4937. We will be playing Madden tonight to see some of those new improvements. And then the Texas Chainsaw comes out later this week. We'll probably play that again, but the reviews are out for that one already. And and also Red Dead comes out as well. So there's, we got a busy week here. We got a busy week. Tons of software coming out. Tons of software coming out, and we'll see how they are. See how these games are. 818-824-4937. Let's go. Someone needs to call in. Or don't. You don't have to. I know you guys don't want to, but we have 300 viewers. You would think one person would call in, but they don't know how. Hello, you're on the air. 818-824-4937. Let's go ahead and hear your thoughts on Starfield.
Hey, Michael, what's up, man?
Yeah.
So I just wanted to point out. Remember when Avengers was coming out?
No, I don't.
There was no marketing.
Well, it's Marvel.
At the PlayStation. Well, yeah, but I mean, any game you need marketing to sell it.
Okay, well, look at Madden. They've had gameplay out for weeks of that, and new trailers, and so on and so forth. I mean, you got to be kidding me with this game.
I mean, I'm personally not a sports gamer.
Yeah,
guy
but you're not. That's not
bet-
what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. It's a video game at the end of the day. It doesn't matter if you're into sports or not. Look, the marketing for Madden, you could argue they don't even need to market it because it is based off of real life, the most popular sport in America. So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, people are gonna buy Madden. You know, the casual,
Exactly, and that's why you can make a case against it and say, well, they don't need to market it. It's Madden. Millions of people buy it on a yearly basis, despite them changing very little. That's the narrative anyway from the cynical fucking bastards that have.
I mean, yeah, that's how it is. I mean, the casual just walks into Target. Oh, a new Madden came out. I'll just pick that up, and then he'll play it at night.
Well, it's not like they didn't make improvements. I mean, obviously they're not lying about the improvements that they made. There is a team that is passionate. Thanks for calling in. Hello, you're on the air. 818-824-4937. Hello, you're on the air. Let's go.
Hey, Marky, do you think they dropped the ball with this one?
Yeah. I don't even care if the marketing ramps up in the next 2 or 3 days. At the end of the day, this is abysmal. I mean, 25 years in the making. This is the biggest game from Bethesda since Skyrim, arguably. And, I mean, it is in terms of quantity. I mean, this is the biggest Bethesda game ever created. You got 1,000+ planets, blah, 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 blah. Why aren't they showing this game off? Why are they writing off the coattails of Skyrim? I don't care. Why would you put your money into something that they're not showing you it? Like, imagine buying a car and they don't show you the car until you buy it. Like, that just doesn't fucking make sense. Or they show you, like, the front end of the car. They don't show you the back end. I mean, you gotta be a stupid idiot to pre-order this game. First of all, it's on Game Pass. Second of all, they ain't showing you the fucking game. So there's no reason to pre-order this slop. You gotta be a stupid idiot to pre-order this game. I don't give a shit what Bethesda's done 20 years ago. That's 20 years ago. You think they're the same fucking team? Clearly not. Look at the Starfield Direct and look who's making the game. There's a few key players in there. You got Todd Howard, you got the other guy. There's like 3-4 key players, and the rest are like straight out of college. It's gonna be a trash game. Hello, you're on the air. Let's go.
Hey, Michael, it's Decepticon. How you doing, Michael?
Yeah.
Yeah, so what I want to say was we had like the W caller that was talking to you for 45 minutes, and he didn't understood, like, there was no, like,
I don't know.
Starfield.
Yeah.
And I think he misunderstood you, but it was very clear that, like, the 45 minutes that Starfield showed at the showcase, or the 40 minutes, I don't know, something like that.
It's literally on the screen, guys. You don't need to go anywhere. It's right here on the screen. And in terms of uninterrupted gameplay, there's about 45 seconds.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, it's like they're cutting every 5 seconds.
It's like a music video, bro. It's like a music video. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
Now I would have been
don't
fine
get
with
it,
that.
like-
I would have been fine with that if they followed up in the coming, weeks and months, but they haven't. Like, this is all they've shown in the last 2 months. We're 17 days away until launch. It's abysmal.
It is, and of course, like, marketing is not Bethesda's strongest suit, because they just do it like a week before the game launches or sign, or a couple of days. I remember that with Skyrim.
Yeah, but here's the thing with all of the other previous games. It was on PlayStation. Like, do you guys not understand how many people they have lost? Millions of gamers ain't buying no Game Pass. I don't give a shit how much it is. Exactly. It's not about the price. It's about, do you give a shit about, like, it just doesn't matter if it's $1 or if it's 20 cents. At the end of the day, it just doesn't matter. Millions of PlayStation fans ain't playing this. PlayStation's on top. I mean, these are just the numbers. The numbers don't lie. I don't give a shit about console fanboy shit. The PlayStation 5's outsold Xbox, whatever. Okay, that's the reality of the situation. And as such, they're not playing this. They ain't going to be able to fucking play it. Now, some people might, if the review scores are really fucking high and the impressions are really good, they might jump ship and play this and get an Xbox just for this game. But after you're done with this game, there's going to be nothing to play except for fucking Forza. So, I mean...
It's over, yeah. Yeah, what I'm thinking, actually, basically what I'm thinking is, like, this is a whole new IP from Bethesda, and I don't, like, understand how they don't, like, market.
Go to the Xbox website right now. You have to scroll halfway down to see Starfield. Still.
Yeah, like, and when is that Q&A coming? Is it Wednesday?
Yeah, Wednesday. So not tomorrow, but Wednesday. So hopefully by then we'll get some new screenshots at the very least. But I sincerely doubt that.
So.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
I hope so, Michael. Well, I'm moving the wheels.
Hell yeah.
Have a good show, man.
Yeah, so we're playing Madden tonight. They respected my intelligence. They've shown off trailers. They've shown off the new features in Madden. They've walked us through it. So, I don't know. I don't know why people are defending this game. I don't get it. Hello, you're on the air.
Hey Michael, what's up? I'm a little sick right now, so I can't really get into it heavy, but I have some thoughts I'd like to lay out. So pretty much Starfield's marketing kind of reminds me of Rockstar's marketing. Very exclusive, dry out the customers, run their imagination.
Well, I would say that Rockstar is better. I mean, Rockstar did trailers for Red Dead 2 and showcased new features. I mean, not many, but they had at least blog posts on the Rockstar Newswire saying, hey, you know, these are the animations, this is, or whatever the fuck was going on with that game. So they at least updated you slightly. I mean, yeah, Rockstar is similar, but Rockstar also has, I mean, it's Rockstar. But Bethesda is, you know, in the last 10 years, Bethesda has been a little bit different than the Bethesda of the past that everyone knows and loves. And you could argue Rockstar is the same. But you have to understand, this is a brand new IP. This is the problem with the marketing. It's a brand new IP. It's not Elder Scrolls. It's not Skyrim. Okay, if this were Fallout 6, Fallout 5, whatever the fucking, or Elder Scrolls 6, then it wouldn't be a problem to me because it's like, well, we know how those games operate. We know how these games work. This is Creation Engine 2, first game on that engine, modified Creation Engine 1. Okay, this is brand new IP, brand new story, 25 years in the making, nothing to show for. I don't understand. Sorry, I just don't get it. Thanks for calling in. 818-824-4937. Let's go.
Yeah, man, the fact that you can't fly your fucking ship on the planet is disgraceful. I mean, they teamed up with Microsoft and you still can't do that shit? I mean, what the fuck is going on with Bethesda, man? Like, that should be like a groundbreaking thing that they should have introduced.
Well, they said this game's going to be a modder's paradise, so I guess we're going to have to wait on everyone else to put that in the game.
Yeah, all right.
So yeah, hell yeah. Well, basically it's a skeleton. Basically it's a skeleton for modders to go in and make the game so much more. That's what they basically already confirmed.
Hey,
yeah, hello, you're on the air.
So I just wanted to say that I think Mafia had more like marketing than Starfield, and don't get me wrong.
Okay, I don't know why you're bringing up Mafia. That has nothing to do with this conversation. So if you're trying to be weird, then we'll get you off the air, buddy. Thanks for calling in. 818-824-4937. Not tolerating Xbox fanboys in here, okay? Or Bethesda shills. I already said play it on Game Pass for $1. That's what I would recommend right now. If you got it pre-ordered, you know, that's your choice, but if you don't got it pre-ordered, wait until it comes out on Game Pass. I'm tired of talking about this game. I'm done. Like, I'm just done. I'd rather move on to something else. I just don't even give a shit about this game anymore. I literally don't care. I tried, and they haven't given me a reason to give a shit about the game. Let's go. Hello, you're on the air. 818-824-4937. Let's go.
Hey, Michael. This is Bob Arthur. I wanted to pose a theory to you. I know you've kind of touched on this a little bit before on how the game seems extremely bare bones. You know, they haven't shown us anything in the marketing, any of that kind of stuff, you know. So I'm thinking that Bethesda is kind of almost doing this on purpose. I feel like they're trying to make the game so vanilla, so just run-of-the-mill, because they know for a fact that when it releases, people are going to be all over it with mods. What do you think about that?
Well, I think that's terrible.
I agree. I'm against mods myself. I'm a console player and stuff, so, you know, but just the idea of mods.
Like, they want people to develop their game for free is essentially what they're asking.
Essentially, yeah, that's pretty
well,
much...
I don't want to... Yeah, I don't need to play that then. I'll move on to the next game that's actually done and has a vision.
Yeah, that makes sense because it's like, you know, why would they put in vehicle stuff when they know that somebody's going to show up in a week or
Exactly.
two.
If they can't, well, they probably couldn't figure it out. It probably started breaking everything else, so they said, "Fuck it, we'll just not include it and have the modders include it themselves."
And that's how I believe this game is going to survive in its own way, because I think it's going to have a similar effect to like Red Dead Redemption, where every couple videos you see, oh look at this amazing thing, or look, we put the GTA map, or we put the whatever map on this planet. It's Planet GTA. It's Planet, Sky.
Yeah,
I feel like
that's
that's gonna be. I feel like that's what's gonna keep this game alive, and what's gonna
Well, then the game's
propel it
trash. I mean,
after the fact.
if it's dependent on mods, then the game's trash. Period. End of story.
I agree.
I don't care if the
agree.
mods are entertaining or not. I mean, if the vanilla game itself isn't great, then there's no point to buy it or play it.
Yep. No, I agree, but like I said, I think that they're doing that almost deliberately.
And why would you put
because
1,000 planets in this game? That is such a stupid move. Literally, it's just so stupid.
Well, that's exactly why, so they could have all these thumbnails. These pictures are like, I can see it already right now.
Yeah, it's basically like, hey, here's this planet, here's a template for the modder, this planet does this planet looks like this, blah, 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 and then the modders can go crazy and put fucking the whole Skyrim map in that, or some fucking shit like that.
Yep.
1,000 planets, by the way, they should have maybe made 5 in one solar system. One solar system, 5 planets, pure handcrafted, none of this weird fucking like half-ass procedural generation shit. 5 planets, yeah, it would have been stupid and limited in scope, but it would have been so much fucking more, and not soulless.
Yeah. Well,
so now they're yeah.
I saw your stream where you played Fallout 4, and it's like, if they can't even manage one fucking map, how the hell are they going to do 1,000 planets?
Well, we don't even know the size of these planets. I mean, we literally do not know anything about this game.
Yeah.
It's all theory.
Yep.
It's all speculation slop. Well, it's
Yeah,
raining out
and
here.
like I said, I think they're holding off because they have some big surprises or some details, that they kind of want to hold close to them. Like I'm sure that I think anybody who's looking at any of this and knows anything about foreshadowing can tell, when they shut off the powers and stuff like that, like, okay, it's going to have a similar story to Skyrim. They're probably going to have some sort of creatures out there like the dragons, which are probably going to be some sentient alien race that can communicate with humans or whatever,
Yeah.
And I feel like they would probably benefit a lot more if they started showing off that kind of stuff, instead of doing what they're doing now, which is just kind of like hoping everybody's getting hyped up over them not talking about it. The other thing I think is a huge problem with this game is the tone of it. I noticed that there's pretty much no gore at all. There's no blood. There's no any of that.
Well,
And
the modders can
that's
fix that.
going to add to the stale. Right. Exactly. See, that's what I'm talking about.
It's
like
just basic.
everybody's
Yeah,
like,
it's
oh,
just
well,
basically a
it's mod.
template for modders, essentially. That's. I mean, because the 1,000 planets are going to be barren. I mean, I've never played one space game where the planets weren't barren. And even when there was, No Man's Sky has shit on the planets, but it's just fake. It's just like, a computer just planted this shit here, ones and O's, and it's soulless. Like, there's no reason to explore the planets in No Man's Sky. It's not like there's going to be a hidden fucking dungeon with like, something really cool in it. It just doesn't exist, so there's no point to play it.
That's why I feel like disaster's kind of written all over the wall with this game.
Yeah,
at least
but
for,
these
like
people
I
are
said,
blinded in the
initial
hype. I mean, they're buying a game that has 47 seconds of gameplay. I mean, that is absurd. They've already invested $300 into this game. They bought the $100 edition on top of the fucking Starfield headset and on top of the controller, and it's like, Cyberpunk showed off more gameplay than this. Legitimately. You can go back and watch Night City Wires. They showed off more gameplay. Actual gameplay.
Yeah. Yeah, and they were talking about.
I mean, granted, it was only the PC. It was only the PC version, and that was the big problem. Yeah, it was the PC version, but at least they showed fucking gameplay of something. It wasn't just cut.
Yep. Yeah. No, like I said, I think it's really. At first, I was kind of excited.
Dude, if any other game did this with the marketing, they would have the same opinion as me. They would say, "Oh, this is bullshit. This is inexcusable. We need to see the game in order to pre-order it. Otherwise, why would we put our money down?" And it's just unfathomable, quite frankly.
It's the nostalgia glasses. Everybody knows Bethesda. Everybody loves Bethesda. But like you said, in that stream you did the other day, This is not the same Bethesda that made Fallout 3, that made Oblivion. That
Oh, hell no. Those are old
like,
ass
they got
games. They're
time,
decades
but,
old. I
you
mean,
know.
shit.
Yep. Yeah, it's gonna be like I said. I just the way it looks to me is I just feel like this game is gonna be a big disaster until mods start showing up, and then like I said, it's gonna be this big popular thing. It's gonna blow up on YouTube, and there's gonna be all these viral videos of like.
Well, I hope the Sony
that's
fanboys
how
push
I'm
Baldur's
not
Gate 3 more.
interested
I hope they keep that conversation going with that game, because at least it respects your
that
intelligence.
game is actually fleshed out. You
Yep.
don't need mods for that.
Exactly.
You know?
There's enough meat
it's
on
a
that bone
fully
right there.
fleshed
You're getting
out-
your $60 worth. This is just barren open world slop. I can't.
Yeah,
I just
generic.
can't believe. I mean,
It's-
it's unbelievable. It really is unbelievable.
Yeah, and I don't blame you for getting tired of talking about this.
Well,
game,
there's just.
too,
I mean, there's no
especially
hype. Everyone- It's a dead game. It's literally a dead game. The only people that are hyping it up are the Bethesda fanboys. That's it. Literally, that's it. And you know, the PlayStation fanboys
Get
keep
on
it in the
arrival.
conversation because they can't play it. But you know, it's a blessing in disguise because the game's going to be trash. It's going to have animation straight from 1999. Like, it just doesn't respect your intelligence. The planets are going to be barren. They're going to be empty. You're just going to roam around. It's going to be a looter shooter. You're not going to be able to make choices like Fallout New Vegas. Yeah, you'll side with factions and stuff, but you won't be able to eliminate half of the fucking NPCs. I already know how this is going to work. It's a fucking Bethesda game. They're not going to make it like... Fallout New Vegas was made in 18 fucking months. This is taking years and years and years and years, and what does it have to show for? Well, 47 seconds of uninterrupted gameplay, and I guess that's enough for a lot of people to buy into it. Whatever.
Yeah, and I feel like I'm getting a lot of looter shooter vibes from it
Oh
as well,
Lord,
you know?
I don't play those games. Yeah, hell no, we ain't
well,
playing no
that-
looter shooter.
Yeah, well, that's what Fallout 4 was essentially. You know,
Oh yeah,
I mean, that's
yeah, because the choices
big
didn't
problem
matter.
What he had with it. Yeah,
That's what
the story
Cyberpunk
was
is. Yeah, there's no
written
there's no RPG in Cyberpunk. Yeah, you can create your character. You can, that's about the extent of the RPG. You can't really role play. You just go around and shoot enemies that move on the screen, and there's numbers that pop out from them, and then you make these fake choices, and then no one. It's garbage. Throw that, and then the city's dead as fuck. I mean, it's just like the whole thing's trash. You had a cool skeleton here,
Yeah.
but the game isn't anywhere near where it should be. So, and it's still not. So, those still buy the
And that-
Phantom
like I
Liberty
said,
DLC.
I feel like that's what they're doing is they're doing the minimum viable product where it has bones, that people can build off of. And like I said, everything from
I just don't understand the marketing is trash. Madden has had more marketing. They've shown off trailers for the new features. I mean, how do you not show off your game? Why are they scared to show the game off? Because there's some big mystery in this fucking game, like aliens come? Well, that's cool, but okay.
Yeah, well, like I said, I think it's. I feel like it's writing on the wall. It's like they're not showing it off.
Dude, I mean, you could make
the news is dry.
you could make trailers just showing off what they've already talked about. With a few new clips here and there, they could regurgitate what they've already shown off in the direct and just regurgitate that with a few new clips here and there and a few new talking head segments and say, look, these are the building mechanics in Starfield. And maybe this will come in the next week or so, but by then the game's going to fucking leak. So there's not much time left here. There's really not. The game is going to leak fairly soon because there are physical copies that are going out.
Yeah, no, I feel like that too. Yeah, and like you're saying earlier too, everybody's so addicted to the internet. Like for instance, The Last of Us Part 2 was ruined for me. I feel like I think about all the time. I wonder what that game would have been.
Oh
like
my
had I
God!
gone into
Could
it
you
blind.
imagine playing The Last of Us 2 and you hadn't known going in what was going to happen? Because most people did. Most people already knew that Joel was getting his brains bashed in, and that was already leaked. Imagine
And that
not
takes
knowing
away
that.
so much of the impact.
That's what I'm saying. It kills the whole fucking game essentially. Because you already know the big turning point.
Yeah, so when they have that moment, or whatever they do in Starfield, whether it's aliens or they show off your fucking weird force powers or whatever, it's people are gonna already know and hear and see all that shit before the game even releases, so they might as well just show it off now. It makes no sense, And yeah, I agree. Like with The Last of Us Part 2, that game, that's the thing I hate about modern day gaming is everything leaks so early, and even if you're trying,
What you have to do is you have to not. You
thumbnails.
You can't release it on PC because people go in and data mine. You have to release it on PS5 and Series X, I think the PS5 is hackable now. I don't know to what extent, but you have to basically release it on these consoles, digital only, where they can't go in and leak shit early. That's how it has to be. Digital only, no physical copies. Or if you have physical copies, require internet and don't turn the servers on until launch. I mean, that's the only way you can really do that.
Yep. And that's probably what they're going to do with GTA 6, you know.
I hope. GTA 6 needs to be PS5 and Series X only, no PC. At least until later on. And I know that's going to piss people off, but I sincerely hope Rockstar does that.
PC players, they can't help but get their grubby hands and everything, you know. They got to get in there and you know, spoil it.
Imagine if we went to an Italian restaurant, we ordered a plate of spaghetti, and we said, this isn't good enough. Let's manipulate this, and let's order...
Exactly.
It's like, well, then don't even order it to begin with. Don't even buy these games to begin with if you feel like the game... Just create your own fucking game.
Yep. Well, like I said, that's what these people, you know, it's like, where do they get this entitlement? Where do they get this idea that, you know, and like I said, I feel like it's genuinely ruining the gaming industry. And like I said, I know it's not a popular opinion. Most people don't.
Oh, hell no. We're the only ones on this island, and I don't care. I play my games vanilla. Yeah. I don't download mods. I've downloaded mods before.
That's the way to go.
And they're fun for 2 seconds, and then you turn it off.
Right, or you end up breaking the game and stuff, you know, like you did with Fallout 4. I saw that, you know, like your crosshair was all fucked up and everything, and like,
well, and that's the game with all the updates. I mean that.
Right.
So that's still
but
broken.
Anyways, hey, well,
hell yeah, bro! Thanks for calling in.
I was really sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, you go ahead.
I was just curious, though. Yeah, what you thought about that? About, you know, whether it was genuinely deliberate that they're making this game so fucking boring, so generic, so vanilla. Like, even the heads-up display and everything, it just looks so, like, refined, like, streamlined, to the point where it's like, I need some fucking flavor here. I need something, you know, like, it's just too, I don't know. And I feel like they're almost, they're counting on that. So people go in there and fucking mod the shit out of it.
Well, no one cares about this game. I mean, literally no one cares. It's all fabricated bullshit. No one cares about this game. There's zero fucking hype. I don't care what people tell you. Yeah. I will argue with them on here because they are wrong. It's not about console war shit. Yep. It doesn't matter what this game is on. There's literally no real hype surrounding this game. Yeah, if you're glued to the internet, you're going to see fucking shit about it. That's how that works. But I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about reaching outside of the hardcore bubble. And they haven't done that at all. At all. Zero.
Yeah. And the thing is, it's
putting the Starfield logo on a fucking drink that no one buys ain't doing shit. That doesn't sell your game. That sells the brand, which is what they're wanting to do anyway, because they're not showing the game. So.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I feel like if they should push this, you know, so it's at least interesting, you know, like Cyberpunk when that was coming out. It was fucking wild just watching everything play out and everything happening. With the way this is going, like, I feel like it's...
You know, and we keep bringing up Cyberpunk, and the reason why we keep bringing up Cyberpunk is because they're new IPs for veteran studios, and look at how that shit went with Cyberpunk. You know, we didn't think... Everyone thought The Witcher 3, okay, that's fantastic, amazing. There's no way they could fuck this up. Literally everyone going in, no one questioned CD Projekt Red. Anyone saying otherwise has hindsight in them. Because ultimately, at the end of the day, everyone thought that The Witcher 3 was going to be the thing that, you know, they're riding off the coattails of the success of The Witcher 3. That's what they're doing here with this shit with Skyrim. Like, oh, it's Skyrim in space. It's Skyrim in space. It's Skyrim in space. And therefore, they don't feel like they need to show it at least 17 days out. And I just feel like that's stupid. It's a stupid thing to do because not only are they limiting their fucking player base, but it's already limited in and of itself because of the ecosystem it's on. It's only on PC and Xbox.
Right. So yeah, I mean, you know, it is kind of a.
I mean, how many PS5 has how many PS5 how many consoles of PS5 has shipped? Like 30 million now. They're missing out on 30 million players. This is horrible. This is yeah. And they're not. So you're telling me they're not going to convince people to jump ship? The marketing makes zero fucking sense. They don't even give a shit about convincing people to jump to Game Pass. Like, yeah, because it's trash. But the shills will shill it because that's what they fucking do. The game's trash. I've already played Fallout 4. I already know what the fucking thing is all about. It's junk. Stalker's more advanced, and it came out in 2008, 15 years ago. I played that shit last night off the air, and I'm like, damn, this is impressive. Yeah. Stalker on 2008.
It's pretty fucking bad, like I said. And if people are expecting this to be a big leap, I don't think it's gonna be what people are thinking, you know. And yeah, it's getting pretty fucking sad. But anyways, I'm gonna move the wheels, Mike.
Hell yeah, bro. Appreciate it. Thanks for calling it. 40 million people are not gonna be able to play this game, and Xbox is doing literally nothing to convince any of them to subscribe to Game Pass. This is abysmal. If you want to defend the marketing, you are a shill. Take that back to V for all I care. You are a shill if you defend the abysmal marketing campaign just 17 days out. You can't sell the game on lore itself. No one gives a shit about that. They are not convincing anyone on the PlayStation side to sign up to Game Pass. This is unbelievable. It really is sad. I mean, they're missing out on 40 million players. This is crazy. It's over. Yeah, hello, you're on the air.
What's up, Michael? This is CW again.
Yeah.
I want to talk about the marketing, dude. I mean, I agree with you. I don't get it, man. Like, what happened to the Microsoft of old? What happened to the Xbox of old when you put, like, these big banners of, you know, you had the big banners of Halo, and you had these commercials, these 30-second great commercials, right? And all this other stuff. I don't get it, right? I don't understand why they don't have these commercials out there. Why don't they have Starfield out on these preseason games, right? These preseason NFL football games, right? Put it out there for a different audience to see it, right? Just put it out there, show it out there.
And you know,
like you said, all the heart.
Right. Well, it just makes no sense because these Bethesda fanboys want to gatekeep it and pretend like Todd Howard wants less people playing his game. That is just not true. That's not fucking true. And I guarantee deep down, I know that acquisition hurt them because they knew that they were going to lose a crazy player base because this isn't on PlayStation. So now it should be Xbox's job, whoever's in charge of the marketing, not obviously Bethesda, more than likely, to say, hey, this is why you should subscribe to Game Pass. This is why you should care about this game. Instead, they put out these fucking lore. It's lore. You can't sell the game on lore. No one wants to read a fucking novel. We want to see the game in action. Showcase the new features in individual fucking videos, trailers, something. You have to show this game off. You can't just do a stupid, silly Q&A on fucking Discord however many days out until launch. I mean, it's not like we're 3 months out. If we were 3 months out having this conversation, then I would be a clown. But I'm not a clown, and I'm telling you right here and right now, this is abysmal. The marketing at the very least is abysmal. And, you know, you could argue Game Pass, you could argue this, that, and the third. Oh, it's Bethesda. Yeah, but is it the same Bethesda from 2011? No, that's their biggest game. Skyrim is their biggest game. This is not going to be just Skyrim in space because that Bethesda of 2011 is very different, more than likely, of today, outside of, you know, the key players. So it's just, it doesn't make sense. They're losing millions of players on this because it's only on the Xbox ecosystem, and they're doing nothing to convince. You go to the Xbox website right now, you have to scroll halfway down to see Starfield. I'm going to it right now. This is unbelievable.
Is Starfield even a real game
Yeah,
at
I
this
agree.
point?
Like,
So
if you go to the
saddest
Xbox,
it's
you go
ever
to-
been and
I have an
always will
Xbox
be.
Series X.
People
If you go on the
wrestling,
Xbox,
people
right?
wrestling, people
Like,
wrestling,
Starfield is what?
people wrestling,
3
people
weeks away.
wrestling,
Yeah.
people
So
wrestling,
you would think
people
that
wrestling,
game would
people
be
wrestling,
all
people
over
wrestling, people
their,
wrestling, people
their
wrestling,
GUI, right?
people
You would think it'd be
wrestling,
all over
people
the place.
wrestling,
You
people
would think they would
wrestling.
have a what's it called? A
Oh my God.
already out for it.
They're
have,
shilling Quake 2. Quake 2 is on the front page of Xbox.com. I'm not even joking. Quake 2 is on the front page. GTA 5, a game that came out in 2013. And Expo Rumble. Never heard of that game. You got to be kidding me, bro. This is the front page of Xbox 17 days out, and look how far I got to go down to see Starfield. Oh my God, Overwatch 2.
I don't understand what they're doing. I don't understand it either. Like
Xbox
and
Game Pass
like I
ad.
said, back in the day, you would have I remember when Halo 3 came out in 2007, right?
Yeah.
I remember when Halo 3
Oh, that.
came out,
Oh, bro,
like,
that
downtown
dude, it
New
was
York City
insane. Yeah.
was painted with Halo 3.
Yep.
Right? Halo 3 was everywhere. I just don't get it. I don't understand why they don't.
Oh my God.
They don't. They don't put it out for more people to see. You know, everybody's sitting there saying, "Oh, well, YouTube people are pushing it," and
who cares? But they're only catering. They're only exactly. Yep.
You need to get people who haven't seen this stuff. You need to get these people out there and say, "Hey, look at our product. This is going to be on Game Pass. This is going to be only on Xbox ecosystem." Now, granted, the Xbox ecosystem is 1 billion users. If you think about it, you have mobile, PC, laptop, Xbox. You have all this shit. Phones. You can play the damn thing on everything. Your TV, everything. But the thing is, though, it has to be out there for people to know about it. You know?
Well, and not only that, but it has to be good. It can't just exist and then people go out and play it. I mean, if this doesn't get good review scores or somewhat mid-review scores, it's over. I mean, no one is going to care. This has to score high. This has to get Bethesda back on the fucking horse. And in a way that makes sense. Saddle. That's where Todd Howard has to be. And if it doesn't get there, if the Metacritic score has like an 86 or an 85 or even lower than that, it's over. This game's done. It's as simple as that. I don't give a shit what platform it's on. I don't give a shit what service it's on. It could be on fucking PlayStation 10 for all I give a fuck. At the end of the day, it doesn't fucking matter. If the game, especially if the word of mouth isn't good or this game has potential and it's really buggy, it's over. The game's done. You get one shot, one opportunity to make first impressions, brand new IP, 25 years in the making. Bethesda, apparently their return to form since Skyrim in 2011. This is their massive opportunity to make it happen. They got one shot, one opportunity. They can't just say, well, we'll fix it later because no one's going to give a shit by then. That's the reality of the situation. You got bigger games coming out like fucking Cyberpunk Phantom Liberty. You got bigger games coming out on the PlayStation side especially like fucking Spider-Man 2. Say what you want about that game, but that's a guaranteed quality. I don't give a shit what people think. That's guaranteed quality. It's Spider-Man. It's Insomniac. It's their fucking second outing. You think they don't know what they're doing? Oh, they know what they're fucking doing. And that game's going to sell, and that's only on PS5. So you could argue that this actually has a larger audience. Starfield has a larger audience than Spider-Man 2, because Spider-Man 2 is sealed off to 40 million PS5 users, however, whatever that number is. This is, like you said, I mean, technically billions. If you got a Windows PC, you can play fucking Starfield. You got a fucking Samsung TV or some shit, anything that enables the cloud gaming, you could do that as well. So the ecosystem is big here, but it's still not PlayStation, and that's where the gamers are at. And I'm just saying that because that's where the numbers are. It's not me fanboying. Those are the numbers. You can look them up yourself. More people obviously bought a PS5 than Series X. I don't give a shit if you want to disagree. At the end of the day, the numbers don't fucking lie. So, you know, they're missing out on that massive PlayStation audience, and they're not doing, like you said, the big marketing push just 17 days out to say, hey, maybe you should subscribe to Game Pass. Why aren't they convincing people to do it? Are they really thinking this game's going to speak for itself and word of mouth is just going to be like Baldur's Gate 3? It's not going to be like Baldur's Gate 3. There's no way word of mouth is going to be that strong for this game. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah, I just don't understand, like, who is doing the marketing over at Microsoft? Not Microsoft, Xbox, because that's, you got to remember, now it's part of the Xbox. Bethesda, I get it, Bethesda.
Dude, they literally have Stray. They literally have a game where you control a cat above Starfield on the Xbox homepage. And if you guys don't believe me, you can look it up. This is unbelievable, bro.
Yeah.
That Starfield box should be number one. That Starfield box should be all the way up here.
Now, you see a promotion for Stray. You see a promotion for Quake 2. You don't see anything for Starfield. You have to literally go into the store and then go into future games, scroll down, and then you finally see Starfield. I have no idea what they are doing.
Well, they just don't care.
No sense.
They just don't care. I don't know what they're doing either. I think they're smoking something over there because it literally doesn't make sense. Either this or either that, or it just doesn't have a great marketing budget. I don't know.
I don't know what. I mean, like I said, I don't know what's going on either. And again, you have all these NFL games out there right now.
Yeah.
You could be like, okay, well, let's put Starfield on all.
That's what I'm saying. Yep.
Right?
Boom.
On the sideline, something.
Boom.
Hey,
massive.
Look at our game. Here, look at this. Look at this. I don't know what's going on, man. It's crazy. The market's crazy. You are right. Right now, there's 40 PS5 to 24 million Series X and S systems. So the PS5 right now is like, what, 16 million above. But again, like I said, that's neither here nor there because Microsoft's not putting that game on PS5.
Oh, hell no.
It's just not going to happen.
Well, and that's why they should. That's why they should convince
they
people
want
to
people
say,
to
"Let's
talk about-
subscribe
they
to
want
Game
people to
Pass."
talk about their
You don't need an Xbox. Subscribe to Game Pass. Play Starfield. They're not even doing that. Like, there's just no push at all.
Yeah.
Like, they're not even pushing Game
And
Pass.
Where the hell is the damn Xbox Series system with Starfield on it?
The biggest game
they doing? They have a Starfield controller. They have a Starfield headset. Where the hell is the damn Starfield box? Where is it?
Maybe they're just waiting until the reception of the game, and then they'll put it out after the fact if it scores well. Maybe it's something they have on the back burner.
I'm making a prediction right here. The game will probably get anywhere between an 85 to 90 review score. The problem is, you have Baldur's Gate at a 97. You got the Zelda game at a 96, right? So Starfield will probably be a Game of the Year candidate, but it's not going to win Game of the Year.
No.
So what's going to happen is, a year from now, they're going to be like, oh, look, the modders have now taken over this game, and look at all the stuff they've made. Look at all the planets they made. Now you can drive a vehicle, which I don't even understand what the hell that's all about. Like, dude, like, Mass Effect had fucking vehicles that you could drive on the planet. What are they doing? Like, why can't you drive a planet? So you telling me I got to walk around, and I got to, like, what the hell is it, jetpack everywhere now? All over the planet?
I mean, I don't even know how. I mean, we don't even know how big are the planets even? Is it just like I mean, this makes zero. Like, can you literally walk around the whole planet, or is that not a thing, or is it just like some fake ass fucking thing where it's like, I don't get this game.
Oh.
I don't understand it.
I'm
It's all vague fucking PR speak. 17 days out, they don't want to show off anything. They should have a trailer showcasing the 1,000 planets. Jesus Christ! I could literally make fake trailers better than this. Literally. This is unfathomable. I might have to. I might have to just do the marketing for fucking Starfield. Maybe they'll send me a chair. Gaming chair. Starfield gaming chair or something. I mean, Jesus Christ, bro. This is unfathomable. It's sad. Because if the game is great, if the game is great, it's gonna have a slow start.
Damn chair. People's like, oh yeah, look, there's Starfield promotion. There's a chair. I'm like, are you serious? Is this reality? Like, what the hell is going in here? A chair. A chair is their promotion. Come on.
You know, and like you said, you know, yeah, they need to have. Yeah, the NFL's coming back. The season's coming back. They should have Starfield fucking ads. I mean, million. I can't even talk about this game anymore. It's just so stupid. It's just so stupid. I can't. I'm playing Madden tonight. Fuck this shit.
Deal went through. Microsoft doesn't allow Xbox to spend millions on
marketing.
I
don't understand.
They went through 3 years of Xbox.
I just don't know, man. Like I said, Microsoft, or not even Microsoft. Yeah, why do you say Microsoft? Xbox marketing used to be so much better. And now you have. Now again, they keep on saying this game's 25 years in the making. This game is.
And really, what does that even fucking mean? I mean, it's nowhere to be found. I mean, that's the problem. It's a new IP. It's not Elder Scrolls. It's not Fallout. Those are established. Those are getting movies. You know, Fallout's getting a fucking movie on Netflix eventually. You know, they've already been filming that.
Yeah.
You know, those are reaching the casuals now. This is not. This is hardcore fucking nerdy ass space shit. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but I mean, this would not, now more so than ever, would be the time to push this game and market it and say, hey, subscribe to Game Pass to play this. You don't need a console. You don't need to go out and spend $500 on this fucking game, you know, to get it. You don't have to buy a console. It's on Game Pass. You can't even make an ad selling that. I mean, what are we doing?
Yeah, and they used to have these great ads for Game Pass.
Dude, Redfall had a bigger budget than this for marketing, bro. Redfall.
You think Starfield's coming out now, right? Starfield's coming out. I'm assuming they're going to be done with ABK before Modern Warfare 3 comes out, right? So you figure that's going to be on Game Pass. I mean, I don't know. Like, you would figure they'd be pushing Game Pass now down people's throats. Game Pass would be everywhere. Starfield's coming out. Modern Warfare 3 is coming out. The new Forza game's coming out. You figure Game Pass would be everywhere. Starfield would be everywhere right now. I just don't see it. I don't see it on TV. I mean, the only place you see it is YouTube people pushing it, Twitter people pushing
That's it.
And that's it. And again, all the hardcore people that see it.
Yep.
And yeah, you can sit there and tell me all day, hey, Starfield's been in the top 6 in Steam for a month now. That's great. But that's the hardcore people.
Yeah, I mean,
when the hardcore people are done buying this game, you can sit there and say, well, hey, 10 million people will play this game on day one. I don't give a shit about the 10 million people. What about the next 10 million people? What about the next 10 million people after that? The next 10 million people after that? If they really want this game to be as big as they say it's going to be, like, where's the rest of the people are going to be? Yeah, 10 million. I guarantee you this game will probably sell 10 million copies the first day. That's probably true. But who gives a shit about those 10 million people? They're the people on Twitter. They're the people on YouTube. What about the people just watching your basic TV, watching football games, basketball games?
The casual,
yeah. Where is it?
Nothing.
It doesn't make any sense.
It's like they don't want the game to sell.
Where the hell is Starfield on the buses? I mean, everywhere. It should be everywhere.
Yeah, throw this shit. Give me the posters and I'll put it up. I'll advertise the game. Jesus. You know, it's just ridiculous. This marketing campaign is a fucking disgrace to the game, because even if the game is above expectations and it really blows us away, the marketing campaign is going to certainly guarantee that it's off to a fucking slower start than it could have. There's always room for more, you know, so even if it does 10 million copies, 12 million copies on the first week, at the end of the day, it could have been 20 million because the marketing's so shit. And again, if the review scores come out, people are refunding that shit immediately on Steam. If this game gets like an 80, that's a flop.
Again, I think the game's going to get good reviews. I think it's going to probably be an 85 to 90. The problem is that you got Baldur's Gate at 97, Zelda's at a 96. This game will be in the talk for Game of the Year, but is it going to win Game of the Year? No. I don't know, man. And if they're expecting it, you expect to say, okay, well, the game comes out, hey, modders, do your thing. It's going to be a year, right, before we get the mods people want, the things people want in there, the patching, all this stuff, right? And that's my prediction. I think the game's going to come out. People are going to love the game, but the problem is how long it's going to be the game. Now, again, right now, we're hearing rumors of people playing the game already, and the game is so big, so massive, that they're sitting there saying that if anybody's reviewing the game within the first week, they're full of shit. The game's going to take like 2 weeks to review because it's so massive and so big.
Yeah, and do we know
if that's true or not?
Right.
We'll find out. I don't know.
Well, I mean, yeah, No Man's Sky's big as fuck too. I mean, there's plenty of games that are big, but if it doesn't have that depth that we're clamoring for, if it has, you know, what is that saying? They say the size of a puddle, something about the puddle and ocean, or I don't know what the analogy is or whatever, but yeah, I don't know. It's look, if that's the case, if the game is that big and, you know, 1,000 planets, yeah, you're not going to be able to fucking review that in 1-2 weeks. Like, the review code's got to be getting out pretty soon here, by the end of this week, literally. If that's the case, the review codes need to... Well,
I read the review codes aren't going to be out until the day the
oh, hell no.
Whatever the heck the...
Whoa!
If you buy the one thing now, right, you get to play it on August 31st.
Yeah.
And then the game comes out September 6th, but I heard the review codes ain't going out until the day that the Prime or the Primo version comes out, which is a week before, which to me is maddening. That's crazy. The review code, if the game is that big, the review code should be out by next week. That gives people enough time to review the game before the Primo part comes out first. That way the reviews are coming out that day. The reviews should be coming out that day, that time, that part of the game's coming out, not on September 6th. When everybody can buy the game then, right? So that should be happening. The review code should be coming out next week. That gives them 2-3 weeks to review the game. So the game will be, so you'll have at least 30, 40, 50, 60 reviews out there so you can kind of see what the hell we're dealing with here.
Yeah, well, I think that was the problem with actually Baldur's Gate 3. They didn't get review codes out soon enough, and the game is so fucking big, and there's choices and blah, 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 that there's not that many Baldur's Gate 3 reviews out, actually. There's only like maybe 8 or 10. Compared to probably what it would have been.
Baldur's Gate 3, though, you got to remember it's been in some type of beta for 3 years.
True. Yeah,
so people knew what they were getting.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Yep.
Exactly.
This is a big question mark. We don't even know PC performance. I mean, that could be a whole nother conversation in of itself. You know, they partnered up with AMD. There's apparently no NVIDIA DLSS. A lot of people have NVIDIA cards, and if so, they're going to have to wait for a fucking modder to go in and put that machine learning bullshit in there and frame manipulation in there, and it's just we haven't seen Series S footage. You know, that's arguably more popular than the Xbox Series X because it costs less for the console side anyway. And it's just like I don't know what the hell is going on with this game, but it is sad. Right now, leading up to this, it's not even fun to talk about. It's just like there's too many question marks, there's too many questions about the game, It's like they don't want to pull the curtain back and they just want to like talk about like lore. It's like, yeah, we did get an update technically on Starfield today, and it's like on the website there's a whole fucking like timeline of the events within the game, and there's lore, and you can read about the story and blah 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 blah. But there was like no new screenshots included, nothing to say, well, here you go. You know, nothing new to chew on. You just got to sit there and chew on this MTV music video essentially with talking heads that I cut out. And I don't know. It's just I'm done talking. I'm tired of it. I'm just tired of talking about this game. There's just nothing to go off of. They don't want to show it off. It's every week out here with this shit. I'm just done. Like, I don't even care about this game anymore, to be honest.
I mean, I fail to believe that the QA is going to have any new gameplay.
Well, they should at least throw out. They should at least throw out some.
Oh, Q&A will have some. I thought, are you mad? The Q&A ain't going to have no damn gameplay.
They should at least. They should at least include some screenshots in there. At least because if the game is so fucking big, it's like, why are they afraid? You can't tell me they can't find a new sliver to show off. Where is the marketing for this, bro? It's beyond.
Well, I just can't wait to see if everything they're telling us through the direct is going to come true. Because they're sitting there saying you can either destroy or board. Like, for example, like, it's not just planets. You're going to have these ghost ships, these pirate ships. You're going to have all this other stuff you can actually board or destroy.
Yeah, you can go into someone's ship and take it over. Yep.
Part of your own, I guess, whatever the hell it is, your own fleet, right? So I don't know if that's going to be true, if that's going to come to fruition. Have no idea. So I don't know. I just don't get it. I don't understand how they went from, you would have these games like Halo 3 said 2007, man. Just go back to 2007.
Oh, unbelievable.
Halo 3 was on buses. It was on freaking skyscrapers. It was on the streets. It was in basketball. I mean, it was everywhere. Football stadiums. I mean, you couldn't.
Yeah, finish the fight. That was the tagline. That was the tagline. Finish the fight. Yeah, I remember. I bought it because of the hype. They were talking about it at school.
Yeah, it's crazy. But like I said, I think the game it'll sell 12 million. They'll be like, oh, look, it sold 12 million. It could have done 20 million or 30 million if you had gotten the word out there. I just don't get it. But yeah, Game Pass. So they're saying, okay, we're going to sell 12 million copies, and they're going to probably be like, well, we got like 5 or 6 million people subscribe to Game Pass. Well, okay, that's great too, but I mean, you probably could have had double that if you just would have put it out there. Told people, hey, look at this game on Game Pass. You give us $15, you get this great game on Game Pass. You don't have to pay $70, $80 for it. Crazy.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. I don't know. It's ridiculous. But, you know, I don't know. You can come out here and say this, that, and the third, but I guess people just don't want to listen.
I don't know. Like I said, I'll admit, like I said, I'm hyped for the game, but again, I hope.
Well, I'm Game Pass hyped for the game. You know, it's like, well, if it flops, it's on Game Pass. I'll check it out still. You know, but I'm not gonna. You know, to me, I need previews. I do. I need previews. I need people to tell me what I want to hear in order for me to pre-order this thing. You want to put $100 down on a big question mark?
Nail on the head with Red Dead Redemption 2. Everybody said, well, Red Dead Redemption 2 didn't have a lot of marketing. But the thing is, though, like you said, they were basically telling people what the hell was going on with the blog. They were going on there, they were showing gameplay, 5, 10, 15, 20-minute trailer on the blog, sitting there saying, this is what you can do here, this is what you can do there. And guess what? Everything they said that was going to be in the game was in the game. So that's my thing. Is everything they say is going to be in the game going to be in the game? I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I don't think they're. Yeah, I don't know. It's just. I just wish they would throw out a trailer or two. I mean, just something to chew on. It's just not that I'm like that hyped for it, because I have no reason to be hyped for it. This was 2 months ago. This is it. This is all they have to show for it. It's like, hey, meet the devs. Here's some fucking cut of the game, and it's like, can't you like? I don't know, dude. It's just. I guess they don't.
I keep on hearing on Twitter that their campaign, their real marketing campaign is going to happen about a week before the game launches. I'm like, really? And some people on Twitter are sitting there saying they're hoping word of mouth. You know, once people get into that early access and they play the game and everything, and that the word of mouth will get people to go out there and get Game Pass subscriptions and buy the game more and all this other stuff. No doubt, in my mind, it'll be number one on Steam,
Oh, yeah.
by the time it launches and everything. But again, we're going in circles here because instead of 12 million sold, it could have been 20 million sold.
Yeah, it could have been,
right?
but if they're gonna wait until, but it doesn't make sense for them to wait until the last week for a new IP. That's the problem with this. It's like, that could be the big push in the next 2 weeks. They could be pushing this really hard by the end of this week, for all I fucking know. But for a new IP, it's like, why did they wait this late?
It's a new IP, right? We're not dealing with a Halo. We're not dealing with a Spider-Man. We're not dealing with a game that been out there for years and years, decades even. Fallout, Elder Scrolls, all that bullshit. Starfield's a new IP. You've got to be pushing this thing if you believe in it, basically.
That's what I'm saying. That's the concern. That's the concern. That's the concern. And they say, well, you're prematurely panicking and this, that, and the third. And it's like, no one's prematurely panicking. This is on Game Pass. There's no reason to panic. Now, if it weren't on Game Pass, there would be a reason to panic. If it's trash, I'll play it on Game Pass for $1. I'm not buying it. But I'm not putting my $100 down when I don't even know what the fuck this game really is. Because they haven't shown it. We don't even know the planet traversal. How big are the planets? Have we gotten any concrete information on that? Or is it just a bunch of PR fluff from Todd Howard?
Apparently their whole solar system.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, when you go onto a planet,
and I guess you can mine stuff from the sun. I don't know.
Yeah, when you go onto a planet, I mean, can you walk around the whole fucking planet? I mean, has that been answered? Like, well, I guess you guys are gonna have to go to the Q&A this Wednesday and ask these questions that they're not gonna probably answer.
Yeah, I mean, that's just a weird thing. Like, I don't understand that either. Like, again, do they expect us to walk around an entire planet? I mean, I get it. If you have a booster, you have a booster or whatever.
Well, I'm pretty sure Mass Effect you had a booster too. Maybe not.
You would have.
In Mass Effect Andromeda, you have a booster.
A vehicle or something.
Right. Well, in Mass Effect Andromeda, I didn't play enough of it to see where it really goes, but I think you can go to planets in that as well. I'm not sure, but I know in the first game you can, and they at least give you a fucking vehicle to roam around. Now there ain't nothing to see on there, but.
Yeah. So we'll see. Well, again, 1,000 planets, 100 of them got life. I've asked this question before. Are you going to be able to take life from these planets and put them on dead planets and then create a whole ecosystem?
Okay. Yeah, hell no.
Right?
Yeah, that's something modders have to put in.
Yeah, exactly. Which, again, I don't think they promised that.
Right.
But it's a question like, will you be able to do this? Will you be able to take life, put it on a planet, multiply it, and then grow things on another planet? Because the concern is a lot of these planets are just going to be for escapades. So you go there, you get items that can help you build your ship better, build your stations better, maybe get you cool, suits, stuff like that. Maybe weapons, and that's it. That's all they're going to be used for. So I don't know.
I'm done. The Bethesda shills in here are annoying as hell. I mean, I'm done. If they don't understand what we're talking about, I mean, just give me a reason to buy this game. That's all I'm looking for. And right now they're not. So I'm not buying the game. I bought Madden 24 for $100. Fuck it. They showed me the game. I know what I'm getting. And,
Yeah, well, Madden is now getting gameplay all over the place.
Exactly. Yeah.
So wait. Madden came out today, correct?
Well, the early access version, yeah, it comes out, it unlocks later. I just bought it for that reason, to play it early.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I haven't kept up with Madden in a while, so.
Right, but I'm saying the marketing was there. It wasn't not there. It wasn't just like, hey, here's the new cover on the new Madden, the new football player on the new Madden from the Bills or whatever. It was like, no, we have this new fucking field sense technology, and it's like, well, whether or not it's a lie or whatever, that's what you can choose to believe in. But they are showing you this shit. It's trash. I'm sorry. The Starfield marketing is garbage. You defend it, I'm going to ban. I'm done. I'm done with the shills in here, okay? I'm done with them. I want Bethesda to give me a reason to buy this game. They haven't, so I'm not buying it. It's as simple as that. What about that don't you understand? They're advertising Spider-Man. They're advertising Call of Duty. They're advertising every other game that comes out after Starfield, and this game gets a fucking pass from these Bethesda lunatics, these Bethesda stupid idiots that just think that they know everything and that everything's under control because Pete Hines told you on Twitter, like, oh, we know what we're doing. We shipped a ton of great quality games before. Yeah, I bet they fucking have. This game's shit. It's going to be buggy. It's going to be garbage. It's on Game Pass for a reason. End of fucking story. Close the case because that's it. There's no reason to be hyped for this game. Stick to Baldur's Gate 3. Buy that shit on PS5. Support that because they are going to be the underdog in this situation because it's Bethesda. It's Bethesda. Skyrim. Skyrim was 2011. That's the whole world has changed since 2011. You think the same fucking people are at Bethesda? Let's look at the credits of Skyrim and see if the same people are on this fucking game. I really doubt it. Yeah, you got P. Hines, you got fucking Todd Howard, you got some other guy and a few other people, but that's it. You think the engineers are over there?
And what's even crazier, they keep saying on Twitter, the week before, right? The week before the early access comes out, that's when you're going to start.
It doesn't matter.
Oh my God, man! If that shit, if I boot up my Xbox Series X and I don't see Starfield anywhere on that system, I'm like, okay, what's going on for real? Like, what is going on?
The game is gonna leak.
That system, you should see it everywhere.
My Xbox is unplugged. Hasn't been plugged in for months, or at least weeks. Literally, it's on the floor unplugged. My Series X is on the floor unplugged.
Game. How can a cat game and Quake 2, a game that was made in the 90s, be your forefront right now and not Starfield? It doesn't make any sense. They
should at least move Starfield up when you scroll down a little bit so you can understand. I mean, these people are in this bubble and they're defending something that they already know. It's like, GameStop's getting advertisements, no shit, but they're advertising it. It's GameStop. You got to be a nerd to go to GameStop. You're not going to convince casual gamers to buy Starfield. I mean, there might be a few sales, but shit. They should be put, as football comes back on television, the season starts up here. I don't know when that is, but it's probably soon if it hasn't already. Like you said, they should be having fucking ads within the commercial. Millions of people watch football. Say, hey, boom, Starfield, played anywhere on Game Pass for $1. Do the week trial. I mean, you got to get people on board with this game. You can't just sit there and say the marketing has no effect because, well, you're in the Bethesda bubble. No one gives a shit. Look at how they marketed fucking Barbie, and it paid off so incredibly well. They marketed Barbie a month out. A fucking month out, they had Barbie advertisements on the fucking... I was in LA, I saw the Barbie advertisement, it wasn't even fucking July, and it's like, wow, they're already pushing this movie. You know what I mean?
Oh my
it's
God,
just
Barbie, dude. They had Barbie ads everywhere.
Yeah,
Barbie
the big, great. Well, and look, it was a massive success because of it. And you could argue they didn't have to market Barbie because it's fucking Barbie. That shit's been around for fucking years and years and years. And plus, it's Ryan Gosling and Margot Robbie. It's like you don't even need to fucking market that. Really, it's like that shit sells itself. But nonetheless, they went out with this massive marketing campaign, and it paid off incredibly well. And then I don't even know how the Bethesda fanboys are defending the shitty marketing in here when it's like, wouldn't you want why do they want to gatekeep their game? Like, do you think Todd Howard doesn't want to sell copies? I mean, get out of here. They're living in a fantasy land.
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it. And then we come to find out on Twitter or whatever the hell it's called.
Oh my God, I can't believe you guys still use that platform. It's shit.
Well, we now find out on that the Xbox Series S, right, is the whole reason why the Xbox Series X is getting held back because the damn thing doesn't have enough memory or RAM or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's got like 8 gigabytes of RAM instead of 16, and it's like that's why Baldur's Gate 3 won't be on the Series X or the Series S come September 6th, right? I'm like, Jesus Christ, like how many mistakes can one company make and then people just keep on buying their shit?
I mean, after Redfall, it's like...
I bought their shit too, so I guess I'm part of the problem. But it just doesn't make any sense. It's like, you didn't learn from last generation that memory is a big deal? It doesn't make any sense. All right? Like last generation, GDDR3, right? They put that in the fucking Xbox One. PS4's got GDDR5. That's the end of it. It's over, right? The generation right there was over. And then plus you sit there and say, PS4, a stronger console comes at $100 less. I mean, come on. Like, really. And then they do the same thing this generation. They give you a GIMP system in the Series S, right? And that's probably why Starfield's at 30 frames per second. Because, again, if you had a Series X system only, they probably have performance mode.
Right.
Right? But they don't have performance mode because you have the Series S as GIMP. 8 gigabytes of RAM compared to 16. What do you expect's going to happen? They can't even do split screen. Split screen's been around since the 1970s. And you're telling me split screen is holding these fucking games back? Really? It doesn't make any sense.
It's unreal.
Baldur's Gate 3 is not on the Series X or the S because the Series S can't do split screen. Can you believe this shit?
That's crazy.
Yeah. It doesn't make any sense. But I knew when these systems launched, though, the PS5 included, that they're going to have RAM problems, right? 16 gigabytes, give me a fucking break. It's got to be at least 24, because, you know, Starfield's going to run at 60 frames on a high-end PC.
Oh, yeah.
Right? It'll be great on a high-end PC.
Well,
the Xbox
we
Series
hope.
X is pretty much gimped.
Right. Yeah, like Redfall. Redfall was 30 frames, and they said the 60 frames update was coming for Redfall, but I'm assuming they canceled that because no one cares.
Well, it's not even that. There's like even the multi-platform games are now being, you know, quality mode on the PS5 and the Xbox Series X with 30 frames per second now. How? How is that even possible? I can tell you why. The RAM.
Yeah.
Needed to be 24, and they put 16 instead. I don't know. But again, yeah, I don't get the marketing. It just doesn't make any sense to me. You know, again, I guess they're just going to be content with the 12 to 15 million people that'll buy the game, and they'll get a boost in Game Pass. It'll be about 6 million people coming in.
Maybe they do have maybe this is a message, and they are saying they do have confidence in a different way, and in the fact that they don't want to push it that hard because they think that word of mouth is going to be that strong, and I hope that's the case.
Well, people keep on going back to GTA 5 and Red Dead Redemption 2 and Baldur's Gate 3 and all this shit. Yeah, okay, they didn't have a lot of marketing because, again, those were proven franchises, right?
No new IPs.
Been around forever.
Yeah.
Red Dead Redemption 2's been Red Dead Redemption's been around forever. GTA's been around forever. This is a new IP. I don't think people are understanding the significance of what a new IP needs to push services, sales, stuff like that, right? You want a new IP, it has to be marketed a lot. But I don't know. Again, I guess they're just going to be content. They're just like, well, we're going to get our 15 million people, we're going to get our 6 million, 7 million Game Pass push, and we'll be happy. I really don't know. I don't know how.
But that's only going to work. That's only going to work if word of mouth is strong on this game. Like I said, the Metacritic comes out, people are canceling those pre-orders. I mean, it's as simple as that.
Oh, yeah,
I mean,
if this game is in the 70s,
oh, it's over.
Like a 70,
it's over.
75. It's fucking over. It's really over then.
Yeah, this game has to at least get an 85 or an 88 to at least be in that conversation of, well, it's good, but it could be better. I don't know.
It's going to be between 85. I think it's going to be between 85 and 90.
Ooh, that's pretty high. I don't even think Fallout 4 has that. Fallout 4 is pretty bad.
I think Fallout 4 was an 84.
That's pretty low.
85? I can't remember.
Pretty low.
I don't remember.
For these days, that's pretty low. I mean, most people consider, like, even if your game gets an 88, like Final Fantasy got an 88, and I was a little surprised on that.
It's over.
Well, dude, it's amazing. It's amazing how these, again, I'm just going to sit here and say reviewers are weird. Because a game just came out that, what was it called?
Yarn Sony shills are 5 IQ.
Texas
Stay
Chainsaw
mad and
Massacre
tell
game
your
just came
mothers
out
I'll
today,
be
right?
over around 11
Just came out
tonight.
today. The game is at a 79 OpenCritic right now. But yet every fucking review says the game is broken. It's broken. But they're giving it 80s and 90s and 70s for a broken game? How can that be? It doesn't make any sense. If the game is broken, you can't fucking play the game with your friends, which this is a friend-based game. It's an online-only game. And you're saying the game is broken and shit's shut down in the middle of the game and everything else. How can you give this game a fucking 7? How can you give this game an 8?
Yeah.
It makes no sense. And, of course, their excuse is, oh, we know within a year this game will have the maps we want. This game will have the people we want. It'll be fixed. So we're going to give it a high score now because we know it'll be fixed. It makes no sense. These people who review games are, I don't know, man. It doesn't make any sense. Again, they pick and choose who they want to beef up or who they decide to give high scores to.
Oh, absolutely.
If a game is broken and the game is shutting you out when you're trying to play the game, it's an online-only game, wouldn't that game be considered broken in a 4? Right? Because the fucking game is broken. A 3? It makes no sense. But here I go into OpenCritic, and it's got a 79%, but every fucking review on those 10 reviews says the game is broken. I get through half a game and I get kicked out of the lobby. But it's a 7. Hey guys, it's a 7. It's an 8. Play our game.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just, it really doesn't.
So, but yeah, one guy says every review is paid. That's probably true. So, it doesn't make any sense, you know. Game is broken. You're saying it's broken on the review, but hey, man, you know, Leatherface's graphics look great, even though I can't fucking play the game.
Right.
But anyway, man, I'm gonna get out of here. But yeah, I agree with you about the marketing, man. The marketing is crazy. I don't know. It's again, if Starfield was a proven franchise like Fallout, Elder Scrolls, all that shit, I could get it. Like, okay, don't need the marketing because everybody knows what the game is. But it's not. It's a brand new IP. You need to get it out there. You need to tell people about this game. It should be on billboards. It should be on skyscrapers.
It really should. It really should.
TV commercials, all this other shit. All I'm seeing right now from Starfield is what's on Twitter and what's on YouTube, and that's it.
That's
it.
Literally, that's it.
I mean, I don't see anything else. And then there's people talking about chairs.
Ugh.
The chairs is your big marketing push for this game. Hey, get a chair. Starfield chair. Gaming chair.
Why would I do that? I don't know if the game is good or not. Well, I know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know why people are buying this shit. You don't know if the game is good or not. Why, then you're going to look back on it and be like, well, I don't want this fucking chair anymore. The game's trash. Like, it's just, I don't get it. It's not like it's Mass Effect 2, you know, where they took a foundation and improved upon it. This is all new. It's a new IP. I don't understand the conversation that people just can't seemingly wrap their head around. Like, why there's so much concern with the lack of marketing, because it kind of shows a lack of confidence, to be honest. Like, were they not given the budget? Are they waiting until the very last week to push it so hard? Early access, the game's out in 17 days, and it's probably going to leak before then, more than likely. It might not. I mean, I really doubt it, but it probably will leak before the next 17 days. And, you know, if Bethesda doesn't want to show it off, well, I guess someone else will have to, and it will get leaked on the internet.
Well,
and then
the worst thing I saw on Twitter was somebody comparing this to GTA 5. The GTA 5 got an announcement trailer, it got a little bit of another trailer, and that was it. Like, Jesus Christ, GTA is a game that's been around since the 90s, right? Or the 2000s. And it's just like, that's a completely different animal compared to a brand new IP. You can't compare the two. You just can't. You know, when GTA 6 comes out, I guarantee you'll have one trailer, one big 10-minute trailer.
Over.
They're going to show you what's happening in the game, and that's all you'll fucking see. Why? Because it's GTA 6. The last game sold 230 million copies. Why would they do anything else? It'll sell itself. You can't have that with a new IP. A new IP needs that
complains about battery
needs to be
life on a
seen.
controller with a
You know, it needs
racing
to be out
trigger
there.
haptic
And people sitting there, the crazy people in the Q&A. Oh, the Q&A will tell us everything, and the Q&A will
I hope
show
it does.
new screenshots.
I hope it does.
The Q&A will show new videos and all this. I'm like, you're out there. You're past Pluto if you believe this shit, because they ain't doing that. The Q&A is basically gonna be like, oh, this is what the game is about here. Oh, this is what the game is about there. It's gonna give you the 5 W's or whatever the fuck it is. They're not gonna sit there and be like, oh well, here's a new screenshot and we're actually showing you what we're telling you about. They're gonna sit there and I guarantee they'll sit there and say, you'll experience it for yourself in a week or two. And then, of course, you know, people are sitting there saying they're not gonna show it at Gamescom. Now, I understand that for the reasons for the game literally is coming out 3 days in the early access after Gamescom. So you'll be able to play the game yourself in 3 days if you want to. If you want to buy the early access, which I guess if you have Game Pass is like $30. So if you want to buy the early access, that's fine. But it's like, you know, I get that part. Like, why would they show it at Gamescom?
Wait a minute. Hold on. This is already getting confused. So if I subscribe to Game Pass for $1, and then I do the Starfield upgrade for $30, I get the game for $30, and I get to keep it after the Game Pass subscription runs out?
No. Oh. From my understanding is you got to pay. If you get Game Pass, you can pay the $30 for the update, right?
Oh, on top of what?
Or whatever the hell it is. But then you lose the game. You have to go and buy the game afterwards. If you want to keep the game.
I'll just do the $1 deal if the game's.
Yeah, that's my understanding. If you get Game Pass, you don't do the $30 upgrade or whatever the hell it is. I think you have to wait till September 6th.
It's over.
Yeah.
So that's from my understanding.
Snurf super chatted $10.
But again, makes
Macho
sense
is
not to
mad
be a
he can
game or
only
it's
do
not to be
5.
playable at Gamescom
Oh yeah,
because
Sony
you're playing it
fanner
3 days after Gamescom. So.
Well, I'm assuming by then it'll be leaked on the internet. Someone's going to get a physical copy early and leak it, and you know that's probably, and then maybe I'll pre-order it. I'll say, fuck yeah, let's pre-order this for $100. That's all I need. I just need some more confidence here from Bethesda. I just need to be convinced that, this is something a little bit more than, it's the biggest Bethesda game.
It'll be leaked, but all that shit will be taken down.
Well, I know, but you'll still be able to watch it.
You'll be able to find it on X, because X doesn't give a shit. They put anything on X now, so it don't matter. But,
well, you could still see the leaks for GTA 6.
What we're believing is true. People are already playing the game, right? They're already playing the game right now, and then I guess the copies are going out, I would guess, next week to give them enough time.
Well, they're gonna have to.
When the early access comes out, you would think they want reviews out there, because think about this. Think about it. You get review copies out there by the early access point, right? I guess it's the 31st. And let's say everybody's reviewing the game great. Let's say it's getting 9s across the board, 9s and 10s. So people are going to be like running out there to go buy it now between the early access point and that point, September 6th. That's a whole week of people just going to be buying Game Pass, buying Starfield, buying the early access.
Yep.
All that stuff. They're going to be they'll be clamoring for it. So it makes sense for the code to go out at least next week, you would think, because that's 2 weeks before early access.
Yeah, and maybe that is their plan here. Maybe that is how they want to market it. Maybe they are confident in the review scores being very high, and they just, when the game is out there, it'll speak for itself, and the Metacritic will be 90 or something, and I think maybe that will be enough. I don't know, but again,
I mean, from what people on Twitter are saying, that they said they know people that played the game. Again, whether they believe them or not, they said the game is gigantic and it's very fun. But who knows?
Well, that doesn't really say much. I mean, that we could already tell it was going to be big, 1,000+ planets. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of ground to cover there. And is it fun? I mean, well, if you played a previous Fallout game, I mean, you're probably going to have some fun with it. But I mean, is it buggy? Is it above expectations? I mean, that doesn't say much about the game, to be honest.
Well, to me, it looks like it's going to be a shipbuilder, but I don't even know.
Oh.
Because apparently you can put you can add ships to a fleet, right?
Right.
You can go and take a ship, dock a ship, instead of just blowing the ship up, you go there, kill the entire crew, and then take the ship for yourself and put it in your fleet. Go down to a planet, assign somebody to a ship, and now they're your backup for whenever you have firefights and all that stuff in space.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, that sounds
to me,
cool.
It sounds like,
yeah.
To me, it sounds like Mass Effect on steroids. That's what it sounds like. That's what it sounds like to me, but I don't know. Because, Mass Effect, you can take people and, you take your ship and go to planets, and they're your cover and everything else. This game, you can do the same thing. You can take people with you to planets, they're your cover. You can assign them to ships, all this other stuff. But we'll see. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like you say, there's not enough out there to really know. I mean, you hear it, but is it going to be put into practice? That's the question.
Yeah, and that comes down to them not putting out, little new snippets or trailers. I mean, something is better than nothing at this point, and I guess I'm the only one that thinks that, but whatever.
No, I agree with you. 100%.
No, I know you do, but I mean, most people don't. Most people don't agree. They want to defend something that this is 2 months old footage. It's like, well.
Yeah, and again, I keep on hearing that they're going to go all out, man, with the marketing a week before the game launches early access.
Well,
so
yeah.
If that's the truth, I expect to cut my Xbox on and see Starfield all over the place, right? Because I think even with Redfall, right, a game that got bad reviews, I think they had just a great example. They had a dynamic background for the game, like a week or two before it came out. So where's Starfield, right? I don't know. And I still can't believe they didn't make a damn console for it.
Yeah, that is wild. Especially Series S. A Series S would fit the aesthetic of it, you know, like the controller.
Yeah, I mean, this game is going to be like one of your top flight games, like Halo's, Gears, Forza, Elder Scrolls, Fallout, whatever. You would think they were going to make a console for it. I get they made the headset, they made the controller, now they made a chair, you know, whatever. But you would think they'd have made a console for it. And who knows? Maybe they did. Maybe the shit's going to be a shadow drop. You know, a week before the damn thing comes out, the console all of a sudden shows up. Hey, you can get a console now, a Starfield console with the game included. I don't know. I mean, look what PS5 did with Spider-Man 2, with that console.
Yeah, that's already been out for
You know,
yeah.
with
That's
their
yeah.
custom
There you
console.
go.
I mean, they know they've got something there, right?
Yep.
So hey, come and buy the plate, come and buy the controller, buy the console. I don't know. It's just crazy. Like I said, the marketing to me is crazy. I ain't saying again, I'm hyped for Starfield, but I wish that the marketing was just better. I just don't understand it.
Yeah, it's just kind of bizarre.
But
yeah, I guess we'll just have to wait. I don't know.
in the same token too, and here's something else I was thinking about too. Starfield's a single player game, right? It's a single player game, and that's it. So maybe Microsoft's thinking, well, you can't play the game with your buddies, you can't play the game with your friends. So what's the point of marketing the damn thing when you what's the point, right? Because it's only for single players, so it's like, what's the point of marketing the damn thing? Because you can't team up with your buddies and play it anytime soon.
Well, yeah, it's gonna be a lonely game in space. I'll tell you that. Unless you got AI Well, there's only like 4 AI companions, but yeah.
Yeah. So that could be another reason, right? I don't know. But
I mean, if we were having this
anyway,
conversation, yeah, hell yeah. Listen, appreciate you.
Yeah, man. I'll talk to you later.
Thanks for calling in. Alrighty, 818-824-4937. Eight 824-4937. Lack of marketing is because they know it will internally not do good. Well, I hope that's not the case, but we will have to find out, I suppose. Hello, you're on the air. 818-824-4937. Yeah, hello, you're on the air.
So, Michael, it's Peter. I'm from Houston. Peter from Houston.
Hell yeah.
The guy you said doesn't exist, but I do exist. But anyways, that was a long ass call, the previous one. So what the fuck?
Well, no one called in. They said they called in, but I'm not seeing numbers pop up, so no one called in. But I'm not going to bump people off the line. I'm not going to bump people off the line because that's rude.
It's cool. What I want to say is...
I want to let people have their voice. Because I've already shared my opinion.
How this game comes out, maybe just over 2 weeks and there's nothing to show for it. Like, how does that make any sense? This is Xbox's biggest game for a long time.
Yeah.
And there's nothing... it is what it is. I think this game's going to flop. Baldur's Gate is going to be a bigger game than that. That's perspective. That's not my type of game personally. I'm not getting that for PS5. So
right.
I'm not a virgin. I don't play this kind of game.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's a hardcore game. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a weird game for me to play. So I'm just waiting for Spider-Man.
Oh yeah.
The normal kind of games. And I think Starfield. Look, I was gonna get a Series S just to get Starfield, but based off what I'm seeing, I think I'm gonna just waste my money doing that.
Well, I would at least wait a little bit longer here. I mean, there's no reason to get it right now. I mean, you're not missing out on anything right now. If you could play it right now, that'd be different. But
yeah, I mean, it's 30 frames. The graphics look terrible. Like the facial. I don't know. There's something going on here. That 1,000 planets BS doesn't make any sense to me. And I don't know, man. Like, look, I thought Starfield was gonna be a good game, but now I'm very skeptical.
Well, they just have nothing to show for it, so yeah, I don't know.
Exactly. Well, 2 weeks. If this was a PlayStation game, right now we'd be seeing something. Like Sony would have, put something out on YouTube. Or the fact that nothing is out there, doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
This is one of like Xbox's biggest. In fact, this is Xbox's biggest game. Nothing. Xbox hasn't made any big game.
That's what I'm saying. This is it. I mean, I don't.
Yeah. Halo flopped. What else came? I don't even. Redfall. What the fuck was that? Xbox hasn't had any game since it came out in 2020. So this is supposed to be the one.
Yeah.
And they're not even trying to shill it or whatever. Doesn't make any sense. And yeah. It's just so sad. I guess this is gaming in 2023. Man.
Yeah, it's over. It's so sad. I mean.
Anyways, man. Yeah, that's. I mean, yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see.
Maybe it'll be a good game. I doubt it, but we'll see.
Hell yeah. Well, appreciate you calling in, man. Thanks for calling in. Guys, if it rains, we got to wrap it up. We're going to be playing Madden 24 tonight, early access. Hello, you're on the air, and it is seemingly something's happening out here.
Mike, what's good? Just low key, man.
Yeah, let's hear. I
just can't take it anymore. I had to call in, bro. Hey, bro. Listen, I'm gonna talk to you, and please don't hang up on me. Okay?
Why would I hang up on you?
All right. Listen, bro. Dog, you sound so thirsty out there.
Oh my God.
It's like hold on. Let me finish. It's like you're telling Bethesda, come on, take your clothes off. Come on, take your clothes off. Bethesda,
What the fuck?
Dog, you sound so thirsty out there. Fam, Bethesda has captured your imagination. Job done. They captured your imagination. You can't think about shit else but Starfield. I know you can't.
Not really. I got Madden 24 tonight. What you mean, bro? I got Madden 24 tonight. EA Sports.
No, you're only playing that because you can't play Starfield right now. Come on, man. You're coping, bro. You're coping. And, dog, you played Fallout 4 the other night. Man, that was a dog. I love that game, dog. And it's like, I could not watch you play that damn game.
Well, it's trash.
You butchered it.
I didn't butcher it. That's the game. What you mean, bro?
Dog. Oh, my God, Michael. Bro, when this game comes out, please just skip it. Just play something.
No. We got to play this. Why would you watch me play it? You should be busy playing it.
Michael, you're gonna go into this game and you're gonna find problems with it.
Well,
you're not going to
that's my cup.
Enjoy it. You're going to find problems with it.
I have an audience to fulfill. I'm not going to sit around and listen to fucking 5 paragraphs of dialogue from these boring ass NPCs.
Michael, but that's not the way. That's not the way you should approach things. Dog.
That's not true. This is an open world game. I got choice. I can do what I want in the game. Don't sit there and tell me I got a backseat to play the game.
Dog, games like this come once in a generation.
Yeah, and that's why they should market it. That's why they should market it. You just said it yourself. Once in a generation, they're not marketing it. It's over.
Dog, you don't need marketing when you're as huge as a giant. Remember I told you, when you're a giant, you don't have to make a lot
of money. Why do they market Madden? Why do they market Madden? Why do they market Call of Duty? Why are there ads for Modern Warfare 3 already? Whatever the hell the game's called.
Because they're trying to, Michael, because they're trying to build FOMO. They're trying to build FOMO with those other games.
Everyone's got an expert opinion on this stuff. You guys don't know what you're talking about.
Starfield doesn't need FOMO, bro. It doesn't need FOMO.
What does that mean?
It doesn't. It's the fear of missing out. They don't give a shit if you miss out.
Because the game's trash. What you mean?
Starfield will be a part of the zeitgeist. Do you know what zeitgeist means?
Yeah, it's like a demon in your television or something.
No, zeitgeist means the collective consciousness of all people. The zeitgeist.
Man, you on some trippy ass shit. We're talking about video games here, buddy, and you're talking about society as a whole. What are you smoking over there?
Dog, I told you I smoked the best.
Yeah, I bet. I can tell. You're not even going to be playing this day one.
Dog, no, I'm not going to be playing day one.
Why?
I'm playing day 0.
I'm going to try and get this as early as I can, so.
Dog,
because we have to see. We have to see. You're not.
Dog, Bethesda, I love Bethesda in dog. Just like I'm tired of the constant just. Oh, Starfield good to suck. Oh, this flop. Oh, what
if I'm right? What if I'm right? What if I'm right? You're gonna call back in and say I was right? You're gonna call back. Why don't you change your channel name? Oh wait, you don't have one, buddy.
You are not Starfield is life.
That doesn't implore it's positive. You should know how the content works.
Not Starfield is life. You are Michael Does Life.
Okay, what does that have to do with anything? How am I playing contrarian?
You play contrarian all the way to the end, Michael. Dog,
How am I playing contrarian? And even if I were playing contrarian, who gives a shit? It's entertainment. Are you not entertained? People are laughing in the chat right now because you can't go 12 rounds.
Sure are. Sure.
Dude, I've talked to developers, buddy, engineers. I'm playing contrarian, by the way.
This is not the one for that, dog. This is a once-in-a-generation game.
Yeah, and that's why they should be marketing it. How you're just saying I'm a troll and I'm a contrarian because you can't handle what I'm saying out here. Yes, your security blanket.
Obviously, I can handle it.
No, you can't. You don't even listen. You don't even listen.
Dog, dog, it's like, come on, not this one. Not this one.
Yeah, because it's your favorite. Why would you pre-order this?
You know what, Michael? I don't think you're gonna understand what I'm saying, dog.
Oh, I am, but you're not in tune. You're not in tune. You're not in tune. And you don't want to have conversations. You want to end the phone call. I can go 50 minutes with you out here, but you can't handle that.
Well, Michael, well, you know what? I do admire the fact that you're staying on the phone after I gave you some harsh criticism. That's
okay.
Cool.
I mean, I don't. Why would I? Yeah. Why would I hang up on you?
Well, Michael, dog, you just gotta calm down, man. We got a few more days.
So I just gotta stay patient. Yeah, okay, buddy. So I'm not allowed to make content on it because it's not what you want to hear, is what you're saying. But everyone else is allowed to just regurgitate 15-minute videos of literally nothing. Oh, we got new info. We got new info on Starfield, and they take the lore and they extend it to 25 minutes. It's horrible. That shit's trash ass content.
It is. I'm so sick of it. You're right.
Well, and that's why Bethesda needs to show something. I'm sick of talking about this game because I got nothing to go. That's why I didn't go live for the past 2 days. I had nothing to say about Starfield. There's nothing new on Starfield. We can't even talk about the fucking game because there's nothing new. The game comes out in 2 weeks. There's nothing new to talk about.
But that's just the storm before. That's just the calm before the storm, bro.
Mortal Kombat 1 has more gameplay than this. You're not understanding the problem here. And what if I am right? Are you going to come back and say, holy shit, you were right about this game? Or are you going to sit there and say, well, you know, you say this about every game, so it doesn't hold much weight? Is that what you're going to say? Because you probably will.
Well, no. I'd come back and say, yeah, you were right. We should have been aware of the red flag.
Yeah, but you won't listen for the next big release. You won't listen for the next big release. You guys have already put $400 into this game. It's so sad. I just pre-ordered Madden. I just pre-ordered Madden.
In the delays, those delays were not red flags to me.
Yeah, they were.
Those delays.
That's bullshit.
Those delays were like we cannot fuck this up. We got to get this right.
Too bad. They shouldn't have said 11/11/2022.
Do you think that didn't hurt Todd Howard? Todd Howard loves them kind of dates, dog. He loves those.
Yeah, but it obviously wasn't ready. And you know, how you think 12 months is enough for them to get this in shape? Clearly not.
Well, I mean, are you willing to wait another 12 months? Because I'm not.
No, I don't even care about it right now.
No, I do.
I mean, I do, but I don't, because they haven't given me a reason. Oh, give me a reason to give me a reason to pre-order it. That's all I'm asking, and they don't care.
Well, they told you a reason. They said this is the first new IT in 20.
Yeah, that's why they need to market it. You're not understanding, bro.
No, if that's not enough reason to even say, okay, I'm willing to.
I thought Todd Howard was a liar. He said 300 endings in Fallout 3. He said 16 times the detail. What happened to that narrative? What happened to that narrative? What happened to that narrative? They said Fallout 4 was a liar. He was lying through his teeth. All he did was lie and, you know, blah, 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 blah. What happened to that narrative? It surely as fuck changed in here for some fucking reason.
Todd Howard never lied. He never lied.
That's bullshit. That wasn't the narrative. I can pull the streams up from 3 months ago, buddy, and you guys were fucking playing the exact opposite in here. Oh, Todd Howard's a liar. 300 endings, by the way. You know, you guys were being so fucking bad, and I said, well, look, this game could fail. Who cares? It's on Game Pass Day 1, and that still stands. It is on Game Pass Day 1, so if this is shit, well, it's on Game Pass Day 1. What do you want me to tell you? But that is, let's not pretend like that's not going to be a.
So basically, you're saying that there's zero risk to anyone. So we should be celebrating this. It's no risk to anyone.
Well, that's why Microsoft should buy everyone in the games industry, so everything is on Game Pass. I don't want to spend $70 plus for these games.
Michael,
at this point, it's $100. It's $100 for these games. Exactly, but it should be.
Stop it, bro.
It should be, buddy.
Okay, Michael, if you say so. Bro.
Okay, now you don't want to shill Game Pass.
To reiterate my point, man, you out here sounding real thirsty. It's coming, dog. The rain is coming.
Yeah, I know. That's why we got to wrap the show up. The rain is coming. We got to wrap the show up. So I got Madden 24 to install still.
I know.
Yeah, that's going to be fantastic tonight. I spent $100 with Madden. Yeah, Madden's better than this. Yeah, Madden's better than this.
Has been ripping y'all off here.
Good, I gave him $100. I know the people at EA, buddy. I know the people at EA. Great people at EA. They're not liars.
Yo, come on. Madden, bro. You gonna play Madden tonight?
Oh, I can't wait. I spent $100 on that. $108 to be exact. $108. They gave me a reason.
Shake my head. Moving the wheels.
Yeah, whatever, dude. Whatever, dude. You didn't talk to the developers at EA. Fuck off. Hello, you're on the air. 818-824-4937.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask what you thought about Todd Howard and his connections to all the lovely fans.
Well, Todd Howard is sexy. Thanks for calling in. All right, 818-824-4937. We might have to wrap this up early because I got to go finish the Madden download, and it might not be done in time. It's a 50 gig download. Hello, you're on the air. 818-824-4937. Yeah.
Michael, it's
yeah.
double.
Oh. Well, let's hear it. Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
My God, is this fucking Gordon Ramsay's Hell's Kitchen? What is going on back there? I'm waiting 3 hours for the main course and it still ain't got here?
What does that mean? It's raining out here.
It means this game has nothing to offer.
Well, you're the only one on that same page now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone's a shill. Everyone's a shill.
They're going to be showing anytime soon? Other than the showcase.
We've had this conversation for 2 weeks straight, bro. Literally. And nothing's changed. We gotta go, it's raining, we gotta go, it's raining, I can't, I'm getting rained on, we're playing Madden 24 tonight, we gotta go, I can't, the computer's gonna fry, the motherboard's gonna fry. Alright, that's gonna do it, appreciate you guys for tuning in, tagging along, supporting the show, the rain has stopped us here. We'll be back with Madden, so stay tuned for that, but that's gonna do it, appreciate you guys for tuning in, tagging along, supporting the show, and with that said, we'll see you later.